All right, all right. You know what that sound means. That sound means we are here. We are live. We are ready to get this thing going. We've got NBA games. We got baseball going on. We got some hockey going on. So I am going to hedge a little bit tonight. So we're taking the Habs minus 1.5 tonight at plus 172. I have sprinkled on the minus 2.5. Carolina, like we expected, is sitting almost everybody tonight. No Sebastian Aho, no several guys that are going to be notable missing from their lineup. And what we've noticed, if you've been paying any attention the last couple of days, this has almost been free money. So we're going to ride it again. Teams that are sitting, guys, I basically lost by a combined score of 5-0. So I would have no issue if someone wants to sprinkle the minus 3.5. It's probably got a very good chance to come through. So we shall see. Hold on one second. Let me add. Twatty will be joining us tonight there. So Matt, Nuke the House. Matt, sorry, I called you by your old name.
That's all good.
So we're going to go through. We're going to go through some baseball. We got some very interesting baseball games to go through. A couple plays that I kind of like because we'll go through those first. So we went through the hockey first. Way to see you, DB Gnarly. Thanks for coming in. Is this Red Sox Tampa Bay game? I like the over 9 in this game. I like also Trevor Story. He's been moved up in the lineup versus this Rays team. Zach Littell, I'm not really that high on. So Trevor Story is going to get more at bats. He's probably been one of their hottest hitters. I was just getting ready to go look at what the HRR for Trevor Story is. Probably going to ride Caminero as well.
Yeah, I'm with you on runs there, my friend.
Yeah, Newcomb is a pitcher to kind of avoid. He's just not that good. The big bats basically should be able to hit here. So I'm going to take Trevor Story, and I'm going to take our boy Caminero to come through here on over 1.5 HRR. I'm going to put that in, and then I'm going to put that in the chat. So
yeah, I'm going to look at the Rays team total here. Okay. I haven't looked at the games all day. I was planning on taking today off, and then Holden said he needed me. So I'm just kind of looking at the games now. But I'd be interested in a team total for the Rays. Now, they're at home, so I generally don't like team totals for the home team. But if it's playable, I'll take it. So here we go. They are 4.5. Jesus. I mean, I want to fade Newcomb. I hate laying 4.5, though, at home.
Yeah, 4.5 is a big number. But again, if we like the over 9, which I'm going to play, I don't have a problem getting there. I think both teams contribute on the run line here. Playing at home, I think we're going to have favorable conditions tonight. So it's about 85 degrees right now in Tampa. So it won't be by the time game time. It'll drop a little bit better. But you've had some nice warm weather that's been down there. So it definitely will help contribute here. So I'm going to try to just put these in the chat so everybody else can get them.
Yeah, go ahead. You do what you got to do. I can talk through it. I like runs in San Francisco and Philly. And, of course, I look over, and I think San Francisco's got 3 already. Bases loaded. This San Francisco team is sneaky good on off. 4-0 now, San Francisco. So I don't know that the runs are going to be shut off here. Let me see what they have the live total at.
Oh, cool. I cashed my Jung Ho Lee over 1.5 HRR in the first inning. That's always fun.
I was killing on him for a week. And then I doubled up my bet 2 nights ago. He goes 0 for 5 with 3 Ks. I'm like, what? That's what's been happening.
Orioles score 4.
Wow. So that's why I said I like runs everywhere.
Jackson Holiday just got a grand slam coming back. He's been rested for several days, so he comes back. Don't worry, the Orioles. So it's very good for the over, which we gave it over 8 for the subscribers. So we got 4 runs going on through here. We should have no problem getting runs from the Indian side.
Yep.
Not that they're prolific, but this Orioles pitching staff is terrible.
It is. It's terrible.
Yeah.
Even the Mariners have 2 runs already.
Yeah.
Jesus.
What's your take on Chris Bubik? I'm not as high on him as other guys are. I kind of like, I think, and it's kind of similar to what we got today with the Cubs, basically when they were replacing Boyd. Everyone's like, oh, Boyd's got less than a 1 ERA. It's like, he's 34 years old. He's never done that in his career. You think it's just magically going to happen? No,
100%.
Career that he's got to figure out here how to be just this outstanding pitcher? No, I don't see that.
Yeah, I mean,
you're giving me 1.5 on Machado and Tatis at -110.
Bubic has been a number 4. Bubic has been a number 4 pitcher his whole life. Now he's like an ace, a 2. No, come on.
Yeah, I kind of like it because you got Goldie moved up to the leadoff spot with Ben Rice taking a seat. Yes, he's been on a little bit of funk, but I'm trying to see if I can get a decent price. And if I can get a decent price on that with the number of at-bats he's going to get, I'm going to take – oh, they put it at -140. You guys suck. No, I can't give that a -140. So, all right.
The play today that shocked me, I couldn't believe it, is the Pirates were favored with Bailey Falter against the Nats and Mitchell Parker. Mitchell Parker is a way better pitcher than Bailey Falter. Furthermore, the lineups aren't even close.
Yep. Parker's a younger guy too. He was once considered pretty well thought of in their organization. Yeah, I mean, but again, I mean, we're on James Wood in that game at over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. But you do have to sit there and wonder. Neither of these lineups are consistent. So I wouldn't sit there and say I like the Nats the way they were last year, but that's with CJ Abrams was hitting really well. You were getting a lot from Garcia. Now those guys look like they can't hit their weight. For whatever reason, Abrams obviously is not playing today. He's out for a while, isn't he, if I recall?
Yeah, and Cruz is hitting 126, I think.
Cruz was already picked up and dropped in our fantasy league. He was drafted. It was a big deal. Went for like $15-20 at auction. And D already gave up on him. And he's like, I just don't have a spot. He's batting under 125. They're talking about sending him back down to the minors. I'm not going to sit there and hold on to him all year. And it's like, yeah, there's guys available. So the Pirates have bases loaded right now.
I see that.
2 outs, though. Yeah. So we will. It's a kind of interesting game to watch here. So here.
Bailey Falter of the 7 ERA is. I just can't believe they were favored. And of course, we'll see if the odds makers were right. But I would have had this at -130 for the Nats, and it was +110. It was crazy. Let's see. So they have the over/under 12.5 in Philly. So 9 more runs in that game. Holy shit.
You know how many games have started off first innings were just imploded? I mean, we got lucky last night with the A's and White Sox because I was like, Holden didn't want to take it over 14.5. And I said, okay, well, I'll take the 14.5 just for personal. And then I'll take the 8.5 personally on the A's team total, which cashed. I mean, and then it ended up getting, I think 10-4, 10-5. We ended up cashing both, but yeah. So, but you really got to look at a couple things in hockey because these have just been moneymakers. You have one team that's sitting the entire roster and the other team is not. And for whatever reason, the books really haven't adjusted. So we've had this happen 5 or 6 times already right now in the last 5 days. And we had the opportunity in Montreal. That's why I'm pounding that game. Also, lo and behold, truth behold, I have a 55-1 on Columbus to make the playoffs. So if Montreal somehow goes up there and throws an egg, I'm still going to be okay. But I mean, if you want to be a little bit more skittish, I'm taking Montreal and the Detroit Red Wings. Both are -140. Both are in the same situation. New Jersey's sitting everybody. No Jasper Pratt, no Luke Hughes, no Meyer, no Neusen, no Palat, no Jack Hughes. Obviously, he's already been injured. No Cotter. I mean, they're basically playing guys that I really haven't heard of that much. Versus Detroit, who's missing nobody. Now, Detroit's not that great of a team, but it's enough basically where the talent depth is going to be massively in Detroit's favor. You could take the Red Wings and Montreal money lines if you don't want to get real thick of it. But I think I won't be surprised if Montreal wins this game 4-0 tonight.
How many games they have left in the season?
1. This is it. If they win this, they're in the playoffs. If they win this, so you want to talk about motivation. They must win to make the playoffs. If they win, they make the playoffs. If not, they have to hope Columbus loses tomorrow. So you're talking about all the motivation in the world. They haven't got it done in their last couple of games. They're going to go basically and play a Carolina team that's, for all intents and purposes, waving the white flag. You're no Aho, no Blake, no Jarvis, no Slavin, no Martin Hook, no Jordan Stahl. So Taylor Hall is basically going to have a really, really good game for Carolina and Stan Kobe. So I think Montreal gets this done. Everybody's playing for Montreal. I mean, the only guy who's not is guys who are already on IR. So like Price and Kirby stuff. So you can get a very good price. We've had this happen with the Kings 3 times. We've had this happen with Edmonton. Edmonton is sitting everybody, and every team they've played is just a 4-0, 5-0. There was a 9-0 hockey the other night. I mean, that's wild. Just you really don't care. So I'm actually going to give this as a play.
Rob, that was a good call on Robbie Ray. Although Robbie Ray looked good last time out, I think, but generally a good fade.
Yeah. So
I'm going to go ahead and take the under 6.5 here in Pittsburgh as soon as my internet decides to be faster.
Yeah, so it's plus 192 if you want to take Montreal and Detroit. It was amazing that the chat finally got caught on that I don't use the newfound PC names. And I will never use the newfound PC names. It's like the Indians. You gave out the Indians. How can you be on the Indians? It's like the Indians don't play. And I was like, yeah.
I think he was just busting your balls.
Oh, I know. I don't have any issue with it. But I give out the Indians. I give out Vegas.
Vegas, I do the same thing.
It's just
the hardest one for me is the Indians and Guardians. I say Indians constantly.
Well, they should have never had their name changed. There was no issue being called an Indian or being called and also, I not grew up going to these games a lot, but I have been. I've been in that cool little dugout right there at the Jake that sits there because my father was a pretty high up with MTD products. So who basically had the naming rights and stuff. So we had the ability to get those boxes, which is a really cool way to watch a baseball game. The guys look absolutely giant from in there. Just to flat out tell you that right now. I'm kind of a de facto Indians fan, so sometimes. So yeah. Gnarly, you're right. There'll always be the Indians. So, all right. So we've got some games going on. 4-1. We got 5 runs in this Cleveland Baltimore game. So the Baltimore pitchers well on their way to giving up runs, which they like to do. Arizona's 1-0 over Max Meyer. Josh Naylor with the solo home run. Philadelphia has the bases loaded with 1 out against Robbie Ray.
Yeah, JT's up. I was going to take the under, but in the Pirate game, but it just switched to 5.5 plus 104. I like that 6.5 a lot better. Although this could end up 3-1 pretty easily. I'm going to take that. I'm taking that.
Okay, the Pirate game?
Yeah, I'm going to do under 5.5, 104. I'm not going to put it in the Discord, but someone wants to tail.
Show play, that's fine. What am I missing in the Athletics White Sox game? Why is this minus 158? I like Bido a lot better than Cannon. The offenses are miles apart.
Miles. Yeah.
What am I missing that I'm getting? Not that, again, I'm not going to give out a 158, but I will take I will do a 2-team parlay. That's generally, we'll see me give that way sometimes.
Yeah, I do it.
Yeah, there's going to be some weather, but I'm going to take the A's and the Dodgers here. I don't see Colorado getting any runs against the Dodgers this entire series, so I've kind of honed in on that. So that's just going to be a personal play. I get that a plus 115 if you want to tail. And now let's talk the basketball game, since I know a lot of people are a little interested in this. This should be a very, very interesting game.
Go ahead. I got to place a bet on my phone.
I'm taking the Bulls personally. The line's moved up 2 points. We're up to -2 now. It was -1. We do have a lot of plays as far as props in this. I like Bam. These two teams just kind of met a couple weeks ago. There's a couple things to really like. I love Josh Giddey in this game. Josh Giddey's been the cog that basically stirs the drink, straw that stirs the drink in the last couple games. Actually, past month and a half, averaging triple doubles and double doubles. There's a lot of double doubles I like in this game. I think you're going to get a load of minutes for Bam Adebayo. I think you're going to get a very good set of minutes for Josh Giddey, as long as he stays in foul trouble. I think Vucevic getting a double double is a high probability in this game. I think his game is probably the key to the Bulls here. Because if he's locked in, he can go for 20 and 10. But there was a lot of games this year that he kind of just fell off the wayside and struggled to score 10 points. But then as the season went on and magically, remember, he was actually almost shut down for the year. Then the Bulls kept on winning those games. And then they found out they were in the playoffs. And then magically, Vucevic came back in March, and they were able to play. So a lot of things. So we like Bam Adebayo, 19.5 points. We like Bam getting a double. I like Giddey getting his rebounds, assists, 18.5. I personally also on the 9.5 rebounds and the 9.5 assists. I think he triple doubles tonight. I've got Giddey over 37.5 on the PRA. I've got Giddey getting a double and AD getting 10 rebounds. Can I open up the prop board on Bovada? I don't know. I have never gone Bovada. One of those things, I've got an extra one in there, so I want to make sure that's done. I'm on Tyler Hero to get over 2.5 threes. He generally gets a ton of threes versus the Bulls. On this, let me see what else I got on this. I'm very tempted. It's a personal play because I took it small. I didn't take it for a full unit, so I don't want to give it as a play. But to me, Kevin Huerter's number is too small. And it's kind of the same thing with Khalil Ware. Is he going to get the full minutes tonight? If he gets the full minutes, oh, you're asking DB Gnarly. DB, yeah, he's asking, is Bovada working for you? Khalil Ware's number is really small, and he just hit this. I'm also, if you want to take that at -130, 8.5 points, it's probably a very good chance, as long as he's on the floor, that he's going to have a chance of getting this. I don't see the Bulls becoming this great defensive team. They may slow down the pace a little, but I don't think that really works for their opponents. Kobe White doesn't slow down the pace. Giddey doesn't like to slow down the pace. So I think I go back and forth in this game. I think Andrew Wiggins is the key for the Miami Heat. If he puts up a 20, 25-point game, I think the Heat win this game. If Vucevic scores about 20 for the Bulls, I think the Bulls win this game. I think this game's going to be very close down to the end, and we'll kind of see what happens here. I'm on personally, because people all ask about my personal plays. I took Huerter 13.5 points. I took Wiggins at 17.5 points. I got Davion Mitchell at 10 points. I question how much he's going to play in this game. That's my worry. Jovic and Kevin Love were possibly going to play, but now they're not. So they are officially listed as out. Davon Mitchell's been on a nice little run, but a lot of that's been all garbage minutes. So I don't know how that's going to relate here in this game to those guys playing. If David Mitchell is on the floor enough, he's going to get 10 points. I think he's going to have a pretty good shot to be able to get that. And I think Tyler Hero is going to have a pretty big game here for the Heat. They put his point total a little bit high. It looks like Alec Burks might be your starting forward now. It's starting guard right now, so a little bit of change. It's been confirmed. Alec Burks will start at the 2 guard. So the veteran 2 guard is a very good shooter, and when he generally does play, he generally gets points. What's his number since he is now going to start? 6.5. All right, so we have got to take Alec Burks 6.5 at plus 100 for a half unit. This goes down to the Joseph philosophy we had last night. 5.5 is just too small. 6.5 is too small as well. If 6.5 is out there and available at plus 100, and he's going to get 20 minutes on the floor, I really like that. So I'll take that for a half unit just to be on the safe side. I would have preferred the 6, but I'll take the 6. I like the number. So
here's the plays that I just put in while I was waiting for my internet. Guardians plus 3.5, under 5.5 in the Pirate game, over 7.5 in Boston Tampa game. 21-1 at the tail.
Okay.
I'll put those in the chat.
Yeah, so we're getting close to getting away. It'd be very interesting to see how this game goes. We'll talk about the late game, Dallas and Sacramento. So it's 100% for hers. Yeah, it's not just Bovada. Bet Online too. Probably got hacked. Okay. Well, both of those, Bet Online and Bovada, use the same company to run their props builder. So if you haven't noticed why they look the same, it's the same as that company. So I'm going to punch on Bet Online right now and see if I can see anything. See if I can find a way.
You were on that Boston Tampa game, weren't you? Over?
Yeah, I'm on the over. Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Yep. So I'm with you now.
It's over 7.5.
Robbie Ray got out of the inning there. Bases loaded.
Yep. Orioles got 2 men on, 1 out right now. Looks like they're pounding Gavin Williams here. Montreal is on the board, 1-0. So the Habs are, like we said, a much greater advantage on who's skating for them tonight. So 1-0 for the Habs. So, like I said, I would play that all the way up to 4. I feel very, very strong on that. I think they're going to go out and they're just going to put up a number. They make the playoffs with a win here, and everybody who's had this position is there. I don't even understand why -1.5 is -110 right now. I'm going to have a
4-1 Baltimore.
Yep. Aaron D says everything he was going to bet pretty much winning right now. Okay. That's the way it goes sometimes. I mean, definitely I find that when I oversleep and I look and I was like, how would I have done? Oh, shit. Okay.
I do a cat baseball at midnight every night. I think we're going to get more runs here in Philly. I mean, they've had bases loaded 3 times in this game.
I have to see lineups. That's my biggest thing with baseball. I have to see lineups. Unless I have a great pitching advantage that I want to take advantage of early, I have to see lineups. Yep. So
the Yankees are down 1 and they're still a dog. I guess that makes sense.
Yep.
128. -128. So what about the Athletics -1 at White Sox tonight? Be about a -125.
Are we going to get a -1? Because DraftKings, we couldn't find the -1 last night, and so we had to just make it. I took the -1.5, which turned out to be perfectly fine. But yeah, Again, I don't hate it. I was trying to figure out why this line is minus 162. I've already taken it with the Dodgers to take away the juice. But I don't have an issue with the minus 1.5 either.
No, I mean, I prefer the -1 personally.
Yeah,
but.
if I can find it, and I can find
DraftKings should have it.
They didn't. They did it last night when we looked for it. So where it was last year, it was not sitting there in game props or in the alternate lines.
Yeah, I'll take a quick look.
Yeah. So if you find it, let us know. We looked at as best as we could not find it. Game totals, team totals, all those fun stuff. Yeah. If not, we got to do the old-fashioned way.
No, it'll 100% be there. It's never not been there.
Right, I found it. But
it's minus 133.
Yeah. I'm not doing minus 133. I'll just take the minus 1.5. Probably fine.
Yeah, maybe I'll tell you on that. I don't know.
Whatever happened to JJ?
JJ moved along. He stayed at Run Pure for a while, and then I guess they didn't see eye to eye. I mean, I know what happened, but that's what we'll go. JJ, good dude, though. Like that kid.
Yankees got bases loaded.
So you said that you parlayed the A's with the Dodgers?
Yep.
Okay. Let me see how that looks.
Plus 115.
But you did minus 1.5 with the Dodgers, right?
No, I took the minus 158. So minus 158, minus 310. Yeah. Yeah, I just took the money lines.
Let me see how this is.
I sprinkled the minus 1.5. I mean, again, this is a White Sox team that's struggling to have runs. I actually like Bido as a pitcher.
He's okay.
He was pretty decent for me last year. Had him in fantasy. Carried that some good games for me. So,
I mean, that's another pitcher that the Pirates had and they just let him leave. They may even have cut him. I don't remember.
But baseball's so much a haves and have-nots, and it's getting to be so big. It's just it's nice to sit there and root for these teams, but none of these other teams really have a chance of winning. Like considerably winning anything. Like if you look at what's happening to the Orioles, you almost want to cry. You have a team that has better prospects and better young players than 4 or 5 teams, and they've got a losing record that's worse than the Marlins.
I know. Okay, so with Fox's play, if you want to adjust it a little bit, you could do Athletics -1, Dodgers -1, and get plus 145. Just depending, there's no right or wrong answer here. If you like his way to do it, that's fine. If you want some plus money, take the -1 on both sides, and you're plus 144.
Yep. So it's all good.
So I shall partake in that.
So we got 2 outs here for the Yankees. Bases loaded still. They're down to minus 158 on the money line.
Sacramento Athletics. Well, we've been killing the live show in baseball, which is good because the sheet hasn't been. Dude, I have no idea how I'm not down 30 units.
Is anyone still using the sheet?
What? People don't look at the sheets?
I've been using I strictly only use my channel pick things because that's what people told me. They said, yeah,
but what people want to see if you're up or down, right? So they go to the sheet.
Yeah. Oh, Mel, I took out the banner. Sorry. Yeah, I mean, you can always do that.
What's up, Mel? Good to have you in. What's up, Jared?
Mel,
Aaron?
If you look at the banner, I am going against but full disclosure, I've got a 55-1 ticket on Columbus. So, but I think the Habs win. I think the Habs win pretty big here tonight with Carolina sitting everyone. Yep.
So tell me, what's the situation with the Habs?
If they win, they're in.
That's it. That's simple.
That's it. Yep. That's simple.
And the other team, who they playing?
They're playing Carolina, who's resting everybody, who has nothing to play for.
So that, I mean, what's the money line in that scenario?
Well, I told you the -1.5 was -110. But again, they're up 1-0 already. So
okay, so Mel, it could even go to OT, is what you're saying. They get a point.
I mean, we're in the first period. Yeah, as long as they get a point. I think they own the tiebreaker though, so I think they basically have to lose the game to not go. But the Habs are going to try to put as many goals as they can in this game, and mostly everyone's been doing that. Yeah. Yeah, if they even get a point, they're in. So if they get to overtime, they win. They're in. So they're not going to hold off on a 1-0 lead. There's no reason to. I think they push through for a multiple goal lead. And all these games that have had these where they've rested the guys, they've turned to be laugher games. Yeah. Yeah, Fox. Yeah. Thanks, Mel. That's what I thought. I thought they only needed a point. Yep.
Well, that's good, Gnarly. Don't look at my sheet. I think I'm down almost 5 units on the year. I haven't been down units this late in a season since the 90s.
Carolina scores 1-1.
Wow. How about that?
There they go.
mean, is that like on TNT or something?
I have it on. Well, you could watch it on all the hockey games. You can watch on ESPN Plus.
Oh, okay. Right.
Yeah. It's also on FDSO, whatever the crap that is.
Oh, yeah, I don't mind that, Joe. I just like that bigger. I like that plus 144 for a parlay, but that's good. That's a good play too, Joe. Yep.
Like we said, we should have been on Taylor Hall. I should have took him for any type goal. I said the only way they have is Taylor Hall to have a big game. So Taylor Hall scores. He's about the only guy left playing for Carolina. And he scores. So we got 2 goals here. 1-1. And Detroit and New Jersey, we got a similar type thing. That's why I kind of like this. So, yeah, Mel's got it. Mel's got a 6.5 to 1 on Columbus to make it. And if the Habs lose and Columbus, who plays tomorrow, wins, then or they'll play the Islanders. Then they would be in the playoffs. Mel would cash her 6.5 to 1, and which she has let us know about this for got to be about a month now. That she's had this ticket. So in solidarity, I joined her on Saturday, and I took the Columbus to make the playoffs at 55 to 1.
Okay. Team unity here. Love it.
So we've got that, and I gave that play out. So, I mean, if that play comes through, I don't know if anybody tailed, but you should tail. So, I cannot wait. We are exactly 1 week away from the draft. 8 days. The greatest event in sports.
You know, it's funny. Our best shorts and videos have been for the draft. That just tells you that we're still a football country. That's for sure.
Oh, it is. I mean, I love the draft. You got to get a lot of information. I've got a lot of information that comes to me and different things that we look for. And I've got buddies that are way more into this than they should be. I've got a guy who does his own scouting, watching tape, running through different things, and actually sells some of his scouting to some various teams on some things. So his scout's pretty good. So here, I'll give you one take from him. None of the first round cornerbacks is the best cornerback in the draft.
Do you say corner or quarter?
Corner.
Okay.
So he has the number 1 cornerback on film, on talent here is Darian Porter.
Okay.
In his ability to get out of break, you look at his numbers, I kind of sat there and said, well, some of that is he played a bunch of teams that don't pass. and I said, you look at the teams he played, you're like telling me he had a great game. He played Utah. I think I could have had a good game versus Utah because they had no quarterback. You knew they were going to run it 99.5% of the time.
Sure. Yeah.
So, but I mean, he had similar to Will Johnson. He had 2 straight years without giving up a touchdown. He's got good size, good speed that comes through. But now, in his estimation and some other boards I've heard, Darian Porter is one of the number 1 cornerbacks there. He won't be drafted in the first round. Most mocks have him going the 3rd, but if he gets past the 2nd, I'd be shocked.
I remember watching the last year about who the top picks were going to be coming into this year, and Will Johnson was number 1 on like everybody's board.
Well, Will Johnson's a bet we gave a long time ago
so that's
to be the first cornerback taking. Now, that bet excludes Hunter from that bet. It literally says that on that bet. So Hunter is excluded from the bet. So besides Hunter, Will Johnson be the first quarterback taken, which it's a little interesting. He's no longer considered that top 5, top 6 guy, which I thought he was going to go. So him and the kid Barron from Alabama is going to be the pretty neck and neck guys, probably somewhere in the 10 to 15 range. That's why some of these.
Yeah, I like Barron too.
There, the guy here that's moving up, which is also a bet we have on there, is Jalen Walker.
I don't know him. Where's he from?
Georgia. Outstanding linebacker from Georgia.
Walker.
Linebacker.
Yeah, linebacker. Yeah, I thought you were talking about corners.
He's listed as a linebacker, but he's got to put his hand in the dirt too. So he's going to play some of the edge. But that's why I said on people's bet, the Raiders to draft a linebacker and only make sure that Jalen Walker on your book is listed as a linebacker. So we have some intrigue. There's some guys who fall down. I mean, the Patriots, what they're doing is kind of the biggest, I think, mystery of the draft. It won't shock me if they end up trading because Memboa a lot of times was there. Then it was Will Johnson. You look at Will Johnson on tape. He doesn't look that good. His arm length doesn't come out that well where he's going to really be a tackle. He may have to kick inside to be guard. And you're not drafting a guard with the top 5 pick. I don't care who he is. You're not drafting a guard with the first five picks. So if you're not taking offensive linemen, who are you taking? I mean, it starts to go really kind of question. That's where Mason Graham, who's been mocked 100 times at 5 to go at 5, I don't want 6 to go to Jacksonville. New England could screw it all up by taking Mason Graham, who's probably as most people see as the surest pick in the draft. You got a guy who's going to have a high ceiling. He's going to be a great football player, but it doesn't really have that much of a floor. So safe pick would be Mason Graham, but I'll be interested to see what the Patriots do.
The Patriots were pretty active at trade deadline. Holy shit.
Should be very, very interesting. A lot of teams have Jackson Dart as the number 2 quarterback, not Shedeur Sanders. That's why if you watch Sanders change his tune from we're going to pull Eli Manning and we're going to pick where he goes to we'll go anywhere. And if you look at the latest stuff, they're like, oh, the Giants are looking at him. The other people are looking at him. It's like he's back in play in the top 5. No, he's back in play at the end of the first round because that's kind of where he looks like. If the Steelers pass so if the Saints don't draft Sanders and the Steelers pass, he's probably falling into the second round unless someone comes back into the first to get him, just to get that extra year.
I saw a really interesting stat on Sanders, though. He was had the number 1 QBR with a clean pocket and the number 1 QBR with people around him, which I found totally amazing.
It is. He's also, though, one of the worst quarterbacks to get rid of the ball on his last step, which in the NFL, a lot of times it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, drop back, boom. The other guys who don't are your mobile quarterbacks who have to really wait, your Lamar Jacksons of the world, who have to wait till their guy gets open or coming back to them So it's less of a chance to have to read anything. So he doesn't throw on time, and he's not mobile. So those are the two. And now he's not Scott Mitchell mobile, like I've said.
Yeah, all right. He's above average mobile.
Yeah, he's not a guy who's a statue in there. He's not basically sitting here. Who's the long gunslinger from Illinois that had the massive arm?
Jeff George?
Jeff George, thanks. Yeah, he's not Jeff George sitting there back in the pocket where if you got him to go right or left, it was over. But yeah, he can move around, but he's not buying time consistently on any play. But he doesn't rank that high. I think Jackson Dart ranks higher. I agree with Jackson Dart is probably a better high-end prospect. The only worry about Jackson Dart is that Florida game. That Florida game where he had a 2-7 for 4 straight consecutive series, and you're wondering, what the hell are you doing? But all the other games, he was fine. So it's just kind of clear there. It's just kind of a big thing. So, yep. Well, we'll see. I think we got a draft party to go to. It'll be fun.
Nice. I mean, I would take either one of those quarterbacks, to be honest. Dart or Sanders. I'd be happy. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Sean, the Steelers should have the ability to draft one of the two. One of the two should be there for the Steelers, right?
Correct. Which I took which is a bet we gave at plus 300 for the Steelers to draft a quarterback.
Wow. Plus 300. Okay.
Yeah. So I think it's Jackson. I do think the Saints. Now, everyone's questioning why the information came out with the Saints because they've known about the whole Derek Carr thing for supposedly weeks. So why did it get leaked out that he was basically done and not going to play the season? So if you already knew that, the only reason that it kind of gets leaked, like who did this? Saints leak it just to kind of push people to think that they may draft a quarterback to think if a team has to jump in front of them or to be able to get their other guy that they're really considering.
Right.
There. So that, I mean, that's the Queen games. But I could see the Saints drafting Sanders. Or again, I mean, if you want to talk about all teams that, hey, you talk about a fan base, we can just tank for the season and go get the grandson of the second best quarterback you've ever had to play in your franchise. And I mean, you want to talk about a marketing thing, that would be massive. So, I mean, you'd have to have a coaching staff that agrees, okay, we're just going to go out there and tank. But the Saints have tons of holes. So getting Sanders is not there unless you're just basically ready to rebuild. But I don't know what some of the teams doing. I don't know what the Saints are doing. I don't know what the Dolphins are doing. They're going to trade Ramsey. They're going to trade Tyreek Hill. They're going to do that. You might as well just be waving the white flag, give Tua to the Steelers and basically sit there and go, okay, we're going to just restart all over. And then you should.
I just took the Yanks, just by the way, real quick, Sean. I took the Yanks plus 100.
Yeah, this Bulls crowd is going to be fired up, and that's going to be really – I think this is going to play a part in this game. So we're looking at 4-1 Cleveland-Baltimore, 3-0 Seattle. Pittsburgh's up 1. Arizona, Miami ties it 1-1. Boston did get a run. We're 1-0.
Oh, Henry Davis just hit a home run. Oh, my God.
Was that the one run for the Pittsburgh or another run?
That was the one run for Pittsburgh. I can't believe that they were a favorite in this game, and they're going to prove me wrong.
Yep. The Athletics and the White Sox just started off. We got one man on. Brent Rooker somehow decided to hit his weight in this series. He's 2 for 4 last night. He's 1 for 1 tonight. Came into this game as a 166 batter into the series.
Yeah, like last year was like crazy because he was always a power guy in the years prior, but he was never an average guy. And then last year he was like somewhat competent at the plate, and he's going right back to it this year.
Yeah, I kind of question
he's
on
a stud though with serious power.
Oh, he does have serious power. He's got serious holes in his swing, though. I mean, he's second coming of Dave Kingman. He's 230, 238 hitter, and about 30 home runs. Yeah.
Second coming of Rob Deere.
Yeah.
Greg Luzinski. Do you remember him?
No.
Well, I got you there.
Greg
A little
Luzinski.
too old, I think. I'm older than you. That's why. Greg Luzinski.
Not much older than me.
47.
I'm older than you.
Oh, okay.
Greg Luzinski.
You don't remember Greg Luzinski? I think he was a White Sox. Do you remember Rob Deere?
Yes.
I think he was a Brewer, mainly.
Yeah, I'm trying to look. Okay, so he's a Philly.
Do you remember Ron Kittle?
Yes.
Those were all like the power hitters of the 80s that couldn't hit for shit like any average, but
yeah. Nicknamed the Bull. It's Greg Luzinski. Yeah, I can tell you, I never had this guy's baseball card.
Ron Kittle used to wear those glasses, those
White Sox
glasses.
He played 4 years for the White Sox, 84 to 81. Yeah, but Greg Luzinski's a little bit early for you to be watching. I mean, the guy started in 1970.
Oh, I didn't realize.
1970, 1984. So by the time I was not even 10 years old, this is not a guy I was there. Probably 82, 83 is probably when I really started really getting into sports from like following it. There goes Josh Giddey. Gets his own board. Goes right there. Let's go, Giddey. Let's get all these props. Just line them all up.
We won them all. I didn't tail, though. I didn't see him in time. So Giddey got out of trouble?
Yeah, so yes, Giddey never had really any issue with that.
Okay.
Hero's got 6. Giddey's got 2 and 1. So it's an early thing at 10-5. And Miami scoring at ease. Yeah, Bulls got to play a little more defense. Just letting Hero drive right in and lay it up is not good. All right, so I go back and forth in that game. Points-wise, I'm taking the Mavs. Yeah, I know that's going to come as a shocker. I've been probably the biggest Mav opponent on the entire thing. That I still think this team can play defense. I question right now, PJ Washington. You want to tell me who's the key in that game? PJ Washington. He has to come ready to actually score. He cannot stand in the corner and take 6 shots tonight. That just can't happen. He cannot be your scorer. Najee Marshall can't be your primary scorer. Klay Thompson's got to look like he gives a damn. Maybe he does, because there's a lot of games this year that he looked like he would rather be somewhere else. But I like the Mavs. 5.5 are long gone. I think it's 4.5 now, isn't it? So if you got a 5.5, that's there. I've teased it to 6. With some soccer plays from Champions League earlier today. But yeah, I don't see DraftKings is not throwing an NBA thing. They're throwing each team separately. I don't know why. It's kind of a pain in the ass.
I'll tell you who I was so wrong about, Foxy. Kobe White. I thought he was going to be terrible. He ended up being pretty good, huh?
Well, he should have won Comeback Player of the Year last year. This year, he's kind of been up and down there. He has the ability in him to score 20 points. Last couple of games hasn't been well. Maybe that's because the games really haven't mattered and he's just waiting to the playoffs. But he is a very streak shooter. So I do wonder how him and Giddey are the backcourt like for long-term future. Or should you be going with somebody else? But yeah, he turned himself into a nice player. I would assume has done the same thing. He's a guy who couldn't hit the broadside of a barn. It basically
what are you talking about, the kid from Illinois? Yeah,
it was like if he didn't get a layup, he wasn't scoring. But he's turned out to have a pretty nice shot. There's a lot of things to like on this Bulls team. We talked about it a lot of times during the year. Of there's some pieces there. From a team perspective, even before they started winning, like when they had Levine and stuff like that, you're like, you look at that roster. The roster was good enough to be winning games, and I kept on going, "What's going on? Is really Donovan just that bad of a coach, and why OKC gave up on him?" And then they traded Levine, then all of a sudden, things just clicked. They moved Baselis to the power forward, and they said, "Look, try to get 10 points and just go out there and board, learn." At a play, kid looks pretty nice. Kid looks like a great kid.
I agree.
Like developing a similar player. Now, in that same note, you turned around and I always forget the stupid guy's name. Patrick, whatever his name, Johnson. What's his name?
What's up, Gerardo?
What's his name? Patrick, whatever. What's his name? Oh, I'm having a senior moment here.
While you're doing that, Diamondbacks first and second, one out, trying to tack on here.
So Patrick Williams is a former first-round pick that they just gave a whole boatload of money to, and I mean a boatload of money, and he barely gets 20 minutes off the bench. Can't shoot, can't score. This guy thought, he actually even told them at one point he wanted $200 million. It was like, for doing what? You don't score 10 points consistently, and that's not difficult in the NBA. As I show you, we bet a lot of guys scoring 10 points. Right now, the Bulls are defensively challenged here. 13-5. The offense doesn't look that much better right now. We're going to play a little two-man game to try to get this Vucevic, and they're going to double on him. We're going to be wide open, Kobe White 3, and he misses it.
Bailey Falter throwing a shutout. Love to see it.
15-5.
Love to see it. Just looking for some angles here.
Okay, you're still seeing 5.5 on Bovada? Okay. Finally, the Bulls get it there. At least they get a 3, so get back to this. Yeah, okay, it's back to 5.5. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I have the 5.5 in pocket.
White Sox. White Sox got out of that inning, leaving 2 men on base.
Bases loaded for Boston. 1-0, 2 outs. Arizona's taking the lead 2-1.
The money line is only minus 130, and they're up 1-0 with the bases loaded. Oh, I'm hitting that. I'm hitting that.
Littell just got out of it.
That's okay. They're still up 1 run. Yeah,
they're hitting them, and this Tampa Bay bullpen is not that great. So Caminero got his first hit there. He's getting ready to come up again. So we just need one more hits, run, or RBIs for Mr. Caminero.
This team has to start mashing. Boston's loaded. Their lineup's loaded.
There is. Still question their starting pitching, but that's on a lot of teams.
I didn't think I was going to question it coming in, but I am now. I mean, what about Houck giving up? Did he give up like 11 runs the other night? I mean,
well, he's done that almost every start. He's just came in and get shelled. Houck hasn't pitched that well. I thought Walker Buehler, which I talked about last night, was done. And that was a guy that the Dodgers were happy to get rid of, and especially not pay. I just wonder if the injuries kind of caught up to him and kind of took away what was going to be guy's going to be one of those guys kind of journeys around and has like a 4.55 ERA.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind him as a 4 or a 5. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, it's like the Orioles throwing out Charlie Morton. You know he's going to give it 4 runs. So
I win money betting against him every time he pitches.
I mean, he's 41. I tell this all the time in the Orioles. I was like, you change this whole thing. You know you're going to have to pay these guys, and you know you're not going to pay these guys. And you go out and you signed a 41 and a 36-year-old pitcher.
Yeah, I don't get it.
By the time you get to July, not only is your pitching staff bad now, it's probably going to be worse because these guys are going to get tired. So, yes, Grayson Rodriguez should come back. Yes. But now you've added a guy who had a nice year last year as a number 2 guy, fitting that with Burns. Now you're going to put so much pressure on for him to be the ace because Eflin's hurt. Now Eflin's going to come back, and that'll help some things. So you'll have 2 guys who can keep it under 3 runs.
Yanks scored. Love to see it. So, no, actually, they scored 2. Let's go.
There you go.
Got them at even money.
Nice. Yeah, I saw that at the plus 100 bet. Yep.
Other than that, what else we got? They're still up. 2 outs guy on second. Let's add on.
There goes Patrick Williams missing a shot.
Where'd he go? Was he Florida State?
Yep.
That's it. Okay.
He's a guy you look at and you say he had all the tools to be a pretty good player. And everyone said, oh, he's going to be a better pro than he was in college. And he went to the Bulls, and for whatever reason, the Bulls never gave him a ton of minutes. He's never kind of blossomed into that next guy. He's old. I mean, he's in his, 4th, 5th year, and he's only hit the double digits 21 times.
Wow.
I mean,
so a couple
guys that we haven't heard of all the time to hit double digits, and they do. So it's just.
What type of minutes does he get, though?
Well, now he only has 20 minutes, but you actually look at the contract that he just signed. He signed a 5-year, 50 million. He's done 50. So he's getting paid $18 million this year.
Wow.
$18 million next year, $18 million the year after that, $18 million the next year. 2028, he's got a player option for $18 million. Unless he's a moron, he's going to accept that player option, or else he finally thinks one day he's going to actually play basketball. And then he's a free agent.
Is he a good defender? I thought he was a good defender, though. No,
he's a good defender. He does do that. He does do that, but I'm not giving a good defender 25 minutes, $90 million.
Yeah, no, I gotcha.
And take $18 million off your cap. So he started off the year starting, and now once they acquired Herter, he doesn't see it. But boy, this game is the Bulls can't score.
Let me turn on. I got to turn on the light.
It's 25-12. The Bulls are just absolutely stinking up the joint here. And then Hero showing I'm just a big time shooter. Just allow me my time to play. It's absolutely shocking how bad the Bulls look. So, I mean, maybe that's why they went into Patrick Williams to come on the floor here. Just because they need to be able to stop the Heat to get some stops here. But they can't stop him. It's 28-14. Josh Giddey's got 6 points. Andrew Wiggins wide open for 3 against Patrick Williams. Vucevic giving you nothing. They're double teaming when he gets inside. Hey, they actually scored. Dalen Terry's playing in this game. Dalen Terry's like the forgotten draft pick. People forget he was a first round pick. But he's a guy that was picked first and hardly ever sees the floor. I mean, saw the floor with some injuries, but yeah. So we'll see if the Bulls second unit comes back. Josh Giddey on a little personal 6-0 run. He's up to 8 points and 3 rebounds. So Giddey's still showing how that was a massive advantage for to be traded into a new city. Yep. It's worked out for both teams. OKC got what they needed. They got Giddey off the floor. You added Caruso, who was going to be fine with seeing marginable time. And then play defense when they need them. Because they didn't need another guy that they're going to sign again. OKC has all these draft picks still. I don't know what they're going to do. I think they're going to keep trading to go to the next year. That's really what they're going to do every year for the next 2 or 3 years.
Diamondbacks looking to add on. I'm going to take the Diamondbacks -1.5 plus 120.
With 2 men, 2 outs?
Yeah.
You're loving these 2 men, 2 outs things.
Yeah. Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's fun. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, so the Diamondbacks just have to win the game the rest of the way. So yep. I'll put that in the chat. D-backs -5. And if they do get a hit here, then we're sitting pretty.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm looking for options here. It's a 10-point game.
All right, that's in. What's the second game, Foxy?
Second game is the Dallas-Sacramento. So offensively, Sacramento's going to have the advantage. Mismatch, AD versus Murray and Sabonis, mismatch. Lively, mismatch for them. We're already on Gafford as he's scrolling in the chat. Or did I put Gafford in there? Maybe I didn't because he's on the late game. But I like Gafford. I love the 9.5. As long as he gets his minutes, he'll get that. No problem. So we talked to the keys to the game. Wiggins being the key for the Heat. He's got 10 points in the first quarter. Vucevic being the key to the Bulls. He's got 2. So Giddey and White are scoring. They've got 14 of the 18 points. And Hero and Wiggins has 21 of the Heat's 28. So Davion Mitchell's going to get some run here. Highsmith apparently is going to get run. I was kind of surprised on that. I thought it would be Jaquez more than Highsmith, but they're going to go with Highsmith.
Come on. They got out of it. The fucking Marlins have horseshoes up their asses. Sorry to swear, Fox. I know you're against.
Oh, no, it's fine. No.
They permanently have a horseshoe up their ass this year. And the fact that they're a winning team is unbelievable.
They have very good pitching. They have very good pitching, and they have some very interesting young pieces.
They're in the ball. I think they're 25th in runs or something.
Yeah. They can't score.
And their bullpen is terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, on paper. I mean, they're terrible. But
yeah, I mean, Davison Santos should be up here in about a week and a half for them, which will give them a little bit more pop. The all-time minor league home run hitter, who they acquired from Arizona last year. So far, mixed bag in the NBA, but in the Major League Baseball. In the NBA, he's a 2-sport star. No, I'm checking. But yeah, he should be big. You should finally get Connor Norby back here. The second base outfitter they acquired in the Orioles thing, who's listed as a top 50 prospect last year. So that'll be some pieces to help. And again, their pitching staff is very, very good. Very, very good. So Corbin Carroll gets his HRR if you played that today.
He's on fire.
One of the other pieces they got in the Orioles deal has actually hit pretty nicely. He's hit 291. I have no idea where Mervis came from. Did he come from the Brewers?
I don't know where he came from, but he's killing it.
Yeah, I mean, he's close to 300. You look at their average for some of the other teams around Major League Baseball, who they put out on a night basis, they're not hitting a lot of home runs or hardly at all. They almost devoid of almost all power at all. But their averages are nice. They've got a lot of guys hitting close to an average. All right, here comes Cleveland. 2 men on. 1 out. First and second.
What's up, Tommy?
What's up, Tommy? We continue to see the Bulls struggle to score. That has been the name of the game right now. It's 31-18.
Don't forget, while Foxy's, don't forget to use promo code NASCAR is back on the website. Get yourself a free week. What's unique about us is you don't have to watch all these shows. If we place a bet in the Discord, it'll automatically ding to your phone, and you'll get that automatically. I think we're the only company that offers that, to be honest. Everyone else just sends you an email in the morning with the plays, and that's it. But when Foxy puts in a play in the Discord, it'll automatically go right to your phone. So I think that's exclusive to us. And use NASCAR is back for a free week.
So it's 31-18. Despite the Bulls playing really terrible offense, we're still on pace for the over. I'm actually going to flip over here to the Orioles game here for a second. You can get the Indians at plus 2.5 with 2 men on at plus 132. I know you took the 3.5 already. But 2.5 is
the 2.5 is very interesting. 2.5 is very interesting there.
You are in the 6th inning. You're through the Orioles bullpen. The Orioles bullpen's been hitting around pretty good. The Mountain Moore looks like a molehill this year. Indians not a great hitting lineup, but they've had back-to-back innings here of getting guys on here. You are in the bottom of the order right now with Martinez pitching right here. Baker's on for the Orioles. So
yeah, we lost some value. So
Kramer's done from that. On that case, but Martinez, Arias, and Boa Naylor, who's not his brother.
Right. It's locked up now. You can get 2.5 plus 142. Oh, yeah. I think Harper just hit a 2-run bomb.
Yeah. So 2 outs right now for the Indians. Lance Thomas.
We have some sort of crazy play in Pittsburgh, God. 5 guys standing at first base.
Yeah, I saw they were doing some kind of the umps were huddling in the middle of the field.
Yeah, the outfielder, you couldn't tell if he caught it or if it dropped. So the runner on first ran to second, then ran back to first. And the guy hitting didn't run to first. It's the whole thing.
All right, so this is probably going to be our 2.5 right here, what the Indians do here. Got a 2-2 count, 2 outs.
But you can plant your flag now and still win. Fuck it. I'm taking it. I got it. Plant your flag. I'm in. Oh, and it's locked too. Something happened.
Oh, Angel Martinez is up with the full count. So 2-2. No, sorry. That last one was a strike.
Because even if they don't score here, I mean, they can still score in the next 3 innings. The Indians lineup is better than I expected it to be, probably because of Manzardo really has made a difference for them. So
yeah, Kyle Manzardo's been hitting really well. The guy they picked up from the Rays, they're still missing some pieces. You do question basically in most games if Ramirez doesn't really go yard, they're not going to score a ton of runs. Stephen Kwan's been great. He's been hitting there, but you get after 5th in their order, and it's there. I mean, I don't even know what the guy's looking at. He almost hit the umpire in the head. That had no chance to be a strike, and the catcher was looking at him like, what? I was like, well, that's up. Arias is up behind him, who's a marginal guy, but he has the Indians 1 run with the home run. Why? Because he's a left-handed hitter with a short right field porch, and this one's hit deep, and he's going back. He's on his wall. Oh, he makes the catch. Heston Kjerstad saves a run.
Really?
Yep, comes back and makes the catch. Wasn't as
I mean, that would have won. That probably would have won the bet right there.
Yeah, he was definitely on his horse. So First ad got good wood on it, but just couldn't get it that much into the gap. There you go. The Bulls go with their 5 white man offense.
Really?
And Collins hits a 3. Yeah. It's Josh Giddey, Kevin Herter, Basellis, Todd Collins. Oh, wait, no. So Kobe White is playing, so it's a four guys. But they hit a 3. They're still down 15, though. Again, they can't score. Defense is a problem if you give up over 40 points to the Heat in the first quarter. 40 points. Heroes got 16 points in the first quarter.
But what's worse, they only have 23 or they gave up 38?
What's worse is they gave up, well, they're not done. They're going to give up 40. That Bulls pick
What's up, Gnarly? What's up, Big Scott? What's up, Kevin?
Did I? I don't think I gave the Bulls. We talked about it. I said this is a game I could go either way. Did I take the Bulls? I don't know. Yeah.
Big Scott got right to it. That Bulls pick is ass.
I didn't take the Bulls, and so I don't know what the Bulls.
You could be talking about someone else.
Yeah. But again, I mean, the game's not over. It's 14 points. They're staying attached. From a Bulls perspective, they did score 25. The Heat scored 39. They didn't get the 40, so maybe that's your success right there. You kept them under 40. Good steal there by Basellis. It would have been nice if he hit the 3, and he hits it, but I think it's after the time. Is this being reviewed? No. It's after the time. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's what I said. I mean, but Giddey's got 13 and 3 already. You're getting nothing from Vucevic. If you're getting 6 from Kobe White, and that's it. And the rest of the guys are taking a vacation. Defensively, Hero's on pace to put up 45. That's not very good.
Oh, that was close, Fox.
It was very close. Did
they make a ruling yet?
Yeah, they said no.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that would have been a big shot for them because that would cut it 11. But we saw that like in Memphis when they cut it to 2, they ended third quarter, and it's like, oh, that gives them right back in. And then the Dubs just kind of put a run into them. Or sorry, the Hawks hit that shot and cut it to 6 at the end of the third quarter. And then
Bailey Falter out here like Sandy Koufax. What the hell is going on?
Actually, they may count this. The books are not
I kind of thought that he got it off by, I don't know.
I don't typically recognize. Hero played the entire quarter. He got 16 points. His prop is 35.5. If he gets
all right, let's add on, Yank. Second and third, 2 out. Jazz is up.
That would be a big momentum push for them because they could try to kind of get there. So let's look at these second quarter plays. The books still don't really like Josh Giddey at all. I mean, Hero's going to go to the bench a little. Bam was on the bench a little there. I like Bam to score 6 points in the second quarter. I'm going to take that for a half unit.
Bubic on the ropes. Basis juiced.
Bubic on the ropes. So Bam had 6 shots in that first quarter. Played 10 minutes. I think he continued to take shots. Had 7 points. I'll go ahead and take him to get 6 in this quarter. Take that for a half unit. Like the number.
Who's better, Tyler Hero or Austin Reeves?
What are we saying better? Just pure basketball player?
Yeah.
I do very much appreciate Austin Reeves' game.
His game has got some sauce.
Right now, Tyler Hero's a better player. I think if Tyler Hero was in that offense, he would have more points than Austin Reeves.
Well, he averages more.
Right now, well, yeah, but right now he's playing point guard. He's the only really scorer, like a true scorer on that team. So there's so many things he has to do. If he was just given the reins and they would kick out to him and he'd shoot threes or he'd drive, he could have even more points. But yeah, it's very close though. Austin Reeves,
I like both.
He has definitely improved his game.
It seems like Austin Reeves tries to play defense too. Not that he's really good at it, but he at least tries.
He's just too slow.
I know their team isn't good at it.
Hero's a better defender. I think he's a better passer. I still think Hero's a better clutch shooter. I don't think Reeves has been given that opportunity though. Because of who he has on his team. So giving that the case, they did count the three. And
how did this not go out?
Bulls go right away and then just give up a there, and then Bassell steps out of bounds.
I mean,
so Hero's got 18 right now. They kept him on the floor. This is shocking. And they're just going to run him dry, I guess. Or they're just trying to end the game. The Bulls get it back, cut it to 11 again. I mean, I'll let Khalil Ware shoot threes all game at once. If he wants to continue to pile up there and shoot from the outside, here, have it. Little Kobe White action.
Jung-Hoo Lee with another double. Like he's better. He's playing better in the major leagues than he did over in Japan. And he was good in Japan, but he's an absolute dog.
That team was doing great until he got hurt last year. And then once he got hurt, that whole offense fell apart. So.
All right. What do we got going here? Still 1-0 in Pittsburgh.
Got 2 men on for the Rays here in the bottom of the 5th. Magnum and Tyler Walls up. Another miss by the Bulls, and they just let Khalil Will get a dunk right down the lane. Great pass by Hero, by the way. Hit him right in stride. 1-step dunk. Terrible defense by the Bulls. Vucevic. Now it's Todd Collins. And he loses it. And that ends the Bulls' chance. And it's back down up to 17. I mean, yeah, the Bulls are going to be done. I do love a lot of people go, well, you can't take the Heat because no 10th seed has ever won. However, a 10th seed winning this game doesn't mean they're in. It just means they get to play Friday.
Yeah, that's stupid anyway.
There's a lot of people that those 10th seeds haven't got into the playoffs because they lost on Friday. Not that they've never won the first game. So,
oh my God,
Bulls look
falter through 8, through 7.
Yeah, Bulls look completely disheveled. You're gonna have to keep Giddey on the floor way longer than you want to. You're getting nothing from anybody else. Herter, Kobe White. I mean,
what?
None of those guys.
What are the Phillies doing? Oh, I should have got on this over in Philadelphia.
Yeah, this is where sometimes experience.
So I need Boston.
You need
Boston to not let Tampa score here.
Oh, well, I need the over, so I'm rooting for.
Oh, shit.
I'm rooting for some runs here, so we're on opposite sides. I'm telling you right now.
Well, I have Boston money line, I think, or what the hell did I get? Something like that.
Yeah. So, yeah, I definitely would like some points here.
Oh, no, what am I talking about? I'm with you. I got over 7.5, though. I think you got over like
Yeah, you took after the first inning.
Yeah, right. All right, let's get some runs. So 5-4 in Philly. Giants are leading 1-0 in Tampa. Red Sox are leading. Royals come back with a run. It's 3-2 Yanks, top of the fifth. I'm holding the Yanks money line plus 100. No score in Chicago between the Athletics and the White Sox, and no score between the Rangers and Angels. I've been riding the Angels offense, but they've hit a wall the last couple of games here. I think it's Patrick Corbin tonight, I want to say, for the Rangers.
3-2 Yanks. Isbell tripled. India grounded out to the shortstop, but Isbell scored, and now they
3-3
tied the game. Yep.
Jesus, come on. How about what? They're minus 225, and it's a 3-3 game.
Yep.
I mean, there's almost value on KC. Jesus.
Oh, there's definitely value on KC. The only question with KC is basically got two guys that score. That's it. San Francisco takes the lead 5-4. Matt Chapman and I think he turned 45, got a single today. And I mean, that guy is still in the league. I can't believe.
Yeah, he still can play.
Yeah, he can. Detroit's up 1-0 on New Jersey. So Montreal's got a power play here.
Still holding that plus 2.5 in the Guardians. Not happy about that.
No. Top of the seventh here.
Let's get some runs this inning.
Should have a. You can get one hit. Stephen Kwan can get up, but yeah. Two outs. Boston doing nothing. Yandy's up.
All right, Yandy.
Wants a chase.
Are you watching that one?
Going back and forth. I'll flip home.
I hate the blowouts in the NBA.
Yeah. Oh, the Pirates. This is the game nobody thought was going to be a blowout.
Pirates first and third, no outs.
We got Basellas
with this again. Lineup that is embarrassing, frankly.
All right.
How? Because he was holding him on, of course.
Oh, nice steal. Look, come on, Kobe. Look like you care. Now, step back 3, throw up. Okay, got it. That's not the play.
What the fuck?
And the Bulls have put in Taylor and Horton Tucker. Horton Tucker typically plays when they're losing and they're done, when they're just going to the bench. How do you? Okay.
Did you simulcast us or no?
Yeah, we're on both things. So if you're on X, you're on Twitter, come here. Another 3. And it's now 50-30. Come on, Giddy. At least go get yours. Vucevic for 3. Yep, that's what you want. Of course, and he hits it. Well, let's get some going. And the Bulls are going to start walking, and the Heat are going to start walking up. And then, of course, Duncan Robinson hits a highly contested 3 to just erase the Vucevic 3. Good for her over.
I had no idea. I had no idea that the play-in game had 2 teams under 500.
Well, that was the one thing they're talking about where the Orlando Magic won the division with under 500. Last night's a winner.
Talon Horton Tucker looks like he's a little out of shape. I'm sure he's not, but
he is. But what he gives at least is effort, and so I guess they're just trying to get experience right now because they're giving up wide open shots. But the Heat are unconscious. You're giving up way too good looks for them, and it's 53-33 with 7 minutes to go in the second quarter. So you're going to give up 70 to 80 points in the first half. Kobe White has been yelling at the refs, yelling at the coaching staff, completely frustrated. He looks completely disinterested in this game right now.
What's up, Big Scott? K Wolf, Kevin. Welcome in. Oh my God. What a play in San Francisco.
It's James Wood.
All right, so what do we got? So obviously the Rays didn't score there.
Nope.
Damn, we need some runs there all of a sudden.
Yeah, it's going to not happen.
We're in the sixth.
Yeah, that is not going to happen.
Okay, so we got 2 outs, 1 on for the Guardians. There, let's see. Pirates second and third, 2 outs.
There's Adebayo with a miss. Celis with the rebound. Gets it to Taylor Horton Tucker. Kicks it out to Kobe White. Into the paint, and he leaves it short, and he misses. Vucevic can't get the putback. And here comes the 3 that's going to be in. Now they're going to give a layup. Bam with the offensive rebound, and he scores. Good. There's 2 for Bam. Let's see if we at least get this home.
Bam's been killing it since Jimmy Butler's left, huh?
Yeah, well, I mean, he became basically it was him and Hero as the only primary scorers. So it's the Bulls look so lost, and I don't know why they took Giddey off the floor. Herter's giving him nothing. They can't hit an outside 3. I think they're.
Oh, I think we're gonna have fisticuffs here. Yep, bench is clearing in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, they're 4 for 14 from 3.
I think they think this pitcher's been throwing at their hitters. I don't know. I think he just has bad control.
There we go. Bacelis with the and 1 to cut it to 19. To have a chance to cut it to 19. White Sox are on the board.
So why is it an ejection and a fine in the NBA when there's a fight and you're not allowed to leave the bench? But in baseball, you have the bullpens run in, you have everyone in the dugout run out. Like,
because the union's too big.
Like,
the union's too big when you created those things. I mean, as Holden loves to talk about the malice in the palace, baseball's had those incidents, and no one has really looked at him. Davian Mitchell for 3. So
did
Bulls
you see
the Heat basically answer every single time.
Did you see the link I put in the baseball chat today of that fight from the 80s?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
Classic. I mean, some of those things are classic fights. They're big time fights. I mean, but for the most part, it's some guy coming and tackling a guy. There's not a lot of fights where guys really connect. It's because the pitcher goes to turtle and the guy grabs it, and there's basically kind of there. You don't see a lot of times where they're just absolutely pounding the guy. Kobe White misses another shot. Thought he was fouled. He's still back bitching at the ref. Meanwhile, the entire Heat team are playing offense. And they're going to let Bam get inside the paint again.
So the Guardians do not score.
Well, Bam's not helping us out here. He's getting his chances. That's his third attempt here in the quarter. He's 1 for 3. I mean, if the Bulls' hope is Bacelis to score threes, this is probably not a high hope for them there. Kobe White gets completely molested, and now he gives up the ball.
Yeah, Kevin, you're right. Even in the 90s.
Yeah, in the NBA they did. And you also had a black eye, and they then started making those rules because they didn't want that view because that's not how you get the casual fan. Baseball, I guess it's 162 games. They're happy for any reason for a fan to watch. It gets very monotonous. I feel the season's going on a really long time, and then we're still in April. We have not gone yet to the past. That's my biggest problem in fantasy, which guys get off to a slow start that I draft, and I'm like, well, he just sucks. I'm gonna move on to somebody else who's doing better now, but then long term, that other guy turns around and the guy I picked up goes cold, and I was like, all right. Sometimes I just have to tell myself, just wait, just relax. It's a long season. It's a marathon.
The White Sox are doing well. Against our boy Beto here.
I needed to put Giddy back in here, or this is going to be an absolute ass kicking on my point. So Vucevic has got 7-5 now. Giddy's got 13-3-1. Kobe White's 3 of 8, and he put up 8 points. The Bulls bench has scored 4 points. The Heat's bench has scored 17. Adebayo's got 9-6. Wiggins still at 10-4. Hero's up to 18-2-3. Yeah, this has just been a colonial ass kicking. I will tell you, I don't think there's a number. I think the Heat right now are going to cover this game by 15. From what I see, I don't see the Bulls ever coming back. I've nibbled the 5.5. I've nibbled the 9.5. We're up to 16.5 now. That's a little bit too big for what I want. We're still right at the total, shockingly, because we had 97 points in the first half. 3 minutes to go, so we should get around at least 112 or so. Probably a lower scoring second half when teams there. Carolina and Montreal still tied 1-0. 1-1, sorry. White Sox are threatening here, 2 men on, no outs.
That's interesting that Montreal isn't winning that game.
Yeah, it is interesting. Right after you started 1-0. So still have hope for Columbus, but we shall see. Not starting off to be a great night. A lot of time left.
Yeah. All right, so we are still tied up 3-3 in the Bronx. Again, the Yanks are minus 215 in the 6th in a tie game. Remarkable. I may want to take the +1 with the Royals here. Let me see what we got.
Yeah.
Even if they lose, I can push.
The Heat are going to match up against the Hawks. I like the Heat in that game. They look like they care a little bit more. There's a little more firepower on that team. It's a good matchup for them. Adebayo kicks out to Mitchell for a wide open 3 again, and Mitchell again just hits the wide open 3. And this is just an ass kicking.
It's the worst. I can't. I watch the NBA. I mean, obviously not like you, but there's so many blowouts. What's up, Christopher?
Yeah, this is. You put a 1. The spread was 1, and then it went to Bulls -2. So money came in on the Bulls. And there's Josh Giddey's at least back on the court. Well, let's see. Okay, if you pass to someone, they actually have to score to get the assist. That could be the Giddey's biggest problem tonight. Keeps giving it to guys in the pocket.
Have you live bet anything? Have you live bet anything or no?
Yeah, Heat -5.5. Heat -9.5. I'm not betting 16.5. I won't go that far.
Oh, so you already got 2 bets on the Heat?
Yeah, well, I had some personal bets on the Bulls here.
Okay.
Bulls +6.5, and that's not happening.
So the White Sox trying to
we'll see. I mean, the Mavs
across another
Grizzlies are down 25 points, but they've got more firepower than what the Bulls have. And just absolute terrible defense. Hero gets the offensive rebound, and he's fouled. He's going to the line. I mean, you're not going to win almost any NBA playoff game if you give 70 points to the opposing team in the first half.
I think the Pirates just hit a grand slam. This is amazing. The lineup that they put out today was embarrassing.
At least Bido gets out of it. He only gives up the 1 run.
Unbelievable.
Seattle's cruising.
O'Neal Cruz. They probably went into the water. When he hits them, they go into the water.
Is he going to stay healthy?
Oh, my God. Where is that? That left in like 1 second. That had to have been 117.
All right, the Bulls cut it to 23. Herder with back
cut it to 23.
Herder with back-to-back baskets, which is pretty at least nice for the Bulls. I mean, there's just no defense.
Yeah, no kidding.
I mean, it's Bam Adebayo at least got his 4th point. We need 1 more basket from Bam here coming down the stretch. Vucevic, again, is your best 3-point shooter tonight. He's hit 2 threes. They cut it to 20, and then Hero every single time they do. Every single time the Bulls have got a 3 or a 3-point play to try to get momentum, the Heat have come right back and hit a 3 right in their eye. Right now we've got a barrage of points going on right now. You've got Hero hits the 3, then Kobe White finally gets involved. He hits a 3, and you're like, okay, well, you're making your run now. Now you got to get stopped on the other end. So the Heat have 71 points, and no, Damian Mitchell goes there and he scores again. So like I said, if Mitchell gets on the floor, he's going to get his points. He's got 6. Wiggins blocks Kobe White's basket. The Heat's up 71-47. It's a 24-point game. And it looks like the Bulls are doing everything they can. Giddey cannot get around Mitchell to save his life.
I mean, Mitchell's known for his defense, right?
Yep. He finally missed a 3. Here we go. Let's see if we can get a Matthew Bacelis last shot to close out the half. And the answer to that is no. At least Giddey got the rebound. So we go to halftime. Hero's got 23 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. Bam's got 11 points, 7 rebounds. Wiggins has got 12 points, 4 rebounds. Vucevic has started to get going. To have 10 and 5. Giddey's got 13, 5, and 3. So still well on his way to get his double-double. Kobe White shown a little bit of life. He's got 11 points. But once again, the bench of the Bulls finish up with 4 points, and the Heat finish up with 19. And that's probably the main
4 points.
It's a 19-4 bench, right?
4 points from your bench?
Yes.
Jesus.
4 points from your bench. And you're like, okay, well, maybe they haven't played the bench a lot. They played 29 minutes.
Wait, what? They
You're
played 29 minutes of game action and there's 4 points?
Between them. Yeah, well, I mean,
Oh my
Patrick Williams has played 10 minutes for $90 million at $18 million this season. He's got 0 points and 2 rebounds. Zach Collins has played 5 minutes. He's got 2 points. He might need to play more. Taylor Horton Tucker, who you dusted off, has played 2 minutes. He's got zeros. Dalen Terry, who I have no idea why he's playing, has 7 minutes, and he's got 2 points. I would have thought you would have went to like Jalen Smith, Sticks, some guy with size to be able to get some shot blocks. Montreal scores. They're up 2-1. Detroit is taking care of New Jersey. They're up 2-0. Baltimore gets another run. It's 5-1. We need 2 more runs to cash. We're in the bottom of the 7th. Ramilio Lorano, home run, bases loaded for the San Francisco Giants.
There's been bases loaded every inning in this game. I mean, this was an over. It must have been Willie Adames, if I had to guess.
Athletics got a man on third, no outs.
1 out.
So JJ Belede got a double, and then he advanced on a wild pitch.
Yeah, there's 1 out now.
There's 1 out now. Come on, got to move the runner.
It's my. Okay. Oh, it was a double? It was a double? Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, it was double in a wild pitch. Advanced him to third. All right, so normally I'd give out props to play during this Heat Bulls game, but I don't know at all what you want to play. I mean, the fact is it's a 24-point game. The Heat could rest their entire starters in the fourth quarter. The only thing, if you want to take anything in this game, would be to look at your quarter props. And Hero right now needs to score 10 points to get plus money.
Wow. In the quarter.
Yeah, in the quarter. I mean, again, he had a big first quarter.
What?
Small second quarter. And those are the only props available, Bam or Hero, and nobody else is available.
That seems like a lot for a quarter, don't you think?
Oh, it is. It is. But if you're generally on the floor for 12 minutes, you have a chance. But you could see the Heat sit there, depending upon how they decide to play this game. They could play their starters most of the third quarter just to try to make sure there's no chance of them coming back. And then just go into the fourth quarter and play the backups and go, okay, well, we're up 25. Just don't lose a 25-point lead. And we'll rest the guys because they're going to have to turn around and play Friday. And the one teams in this game are in the worst seat ever because you're almost guaranteed you're losing game 1 of your series. Because you play Friday night, then you turn around and play Saturday or Sunday. In this case, it'll be Sunday. But yeah. So you're going to have a one-day rest versus the other team that's been resting almost the entire week.
I thought you said someone hit a grand. You said someone hit a grand slam. Who are you talking about? You just making shit up?
When did I say earlier?
Oh, I thought you said
Jackson Holiday did. The San Francisco got 2 more runs, 7-4.
Oh, I misheard. No biggie.
Yeah, no problem.
Dominguez leads off with a base on balls. We like that.
Oh, come on, A's. You cannot take this up.
Yeah, and what's going on in Tampa? I mean, come on, Red Sox. And Rays. 1 run through 7 or through 6.
Yep.
The total's at 3.5 right now.
It's odd. There's been 9 hits. You would have thought that would have led to a little bit more runs. Each team's got 5 and 4 hits.
Right.
Did
they just try to bunt? They just try to bunt Dominguez to second base? What? All right.
I don't know. It looks like the A's are going to screw this up.
Top of the 4th, 2 outs.
Yep.
My God. What is going on?
What is going on? We got Urshela, who's not batting his weight. up to the plate. So see if we can make contact. Yeah, Texas has got bases loaded. That's a team that's really started off pretty slow. They're starting to play better late. Jake Berger is that guy that I gave up on already. Kicked him to the curb. Well, one, he could drop down to the batting order. He's batting 167. He's got 2 home runs, I think, on the year.
Who are you talking about?
Jake Berger.
Yeah, he's struggling. Yeah. I thought that they were going to just be an over machine with that lineup.
Adalis is struggling. I mean, Jack Peterson's playing today, and he's batting 68.
68. But they're pitching. Malley's had 2 or 3 really good starts.
So I guess they decided to play Jack Peterson because he does have the greatest thing of being 0 for his last 24. So I guess he's due.
Soriano's like he mashes righties. That's why. But
he is, but he's 0 for his last 24. He started off 0 for 1 today, right now. So I mean, the fact I don't care if you want to play him, but you do not have to put him. I've got some laptops. I've got some computers. I've got 1 TV going. I've got 3 monitors going. I've got 2 laptops that's going, an iPad and a phone. That's generally my lookup. But
you might as well be mining crypto in there.
I probably have the power to do it because I've got the other computer that's not even on underneath me. That's my son's old gaming computer. So, all right, Cleveland gets a double to start the inning. Here we go. Come on, Ramirez. Double to left, right center. Let's go. I want to watch a little bit of that game. They'll probably score more than the Bulls did.
I mean, Jason Dominguez, slide. What are you doing?
Oh, right at the middle. This should be runners at the corners. No outs.
All right, we need a bloop and a blast. We have the bloop. We need the blast.
Now we need the blast. That's there. The only problem is it's Manzardo, Lane Thomas, who's actually been doing absolutely nothing for them.
Nothing. Yeah, but what you're saying, Manzardo's up?
Yeah, Manzardo's up. He's got the power.
Well, let's get it. Matter of fact, I'm going to watch that game.
Yeah. So he's also got a short right field porch in Baltimore. Yep. Hyde says I better get somebody out there or I'm going to be looking for a job soon. So that's 6-10 Orioles with this team. So you're close enough because it's the Pittsburgh-Baltimore thing. Let's fast forward 1 year. How many of the Orioles? Let's fast forward 2 years. How many of the young Orioles are still on the team?
I don't know what they're making and all that. You know what I mean? I'd have to dig into
all
that.
The rookie deals. They're all in their rookie deals. So Adley.
So what you're saying is, who are they going to sign and who are they going to let go?
Yeah, so Adley and Gunnar are going to become a restricted, are a free agent. I believe after next year.
A Gunnar to me is not untouchable. No one's untouchable, but he would be definitely one of the guys I would keep.
He would. You're going to have to pay him. You're going to have to pay him.
I mean, I know that. That's what I'm saying. He is one of the guys I would pay.
Yeah. So Adley would be the guy I would pay because I think Gunnar's the chance guy who could be an MVP. Adley, I think, is the heart and soul of the team.
Hook them. Let me take a quick look at
when do we jump on the A's? I mean, did they finally get this run across? No, they didn't get any runs.
Yeah, but I'll take that with you, Hook 'em. I'll take them right now with you.
I mean, we're on a pre-flop, so
I'll take them right now. Plus 168, unless I want the plus 1.5, which I love, but that's 175. So no, I'll jump on it with you. I don't mind that.
Forcione Strand doubles the left, 2 runs in for the Reds, 5-2.
I was going to say the Reds are going to probably score at some point in this game.
Yeah, I like Seattle in this game. I'm on them pre-flop, so that's why I'm just holding off on that. There we do have
Hats.
soccer. Is Gerardo on?
He was a little bit ago.
No, we missed Gerardo. So we have some Mexican soccer. A couple teams I like to follow. You got Club America playing Monterey. I'm going to see lineups real quick here on that.
The Mariners -2.5 is +125. I don't mind that.
Mel is saying the dream is dead. Mel,
That's
I'm missing it. I'm losing a 55-1 ticket, but I'm hitting a +174. So it'll make up for it. So.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
All right, so Bertarame is not going to start for Monterey. Oh, he's out for a red card. Okay, that's why he's not going to start. Okay. What's both teams' score?
Let's see if what we have tomorrow. Got your boy Heaney on the mound. Got you your strikeout prop last time. Dude, you had a horseshoe up your ass for that one.
Yeah,
because
in
the fourth inning, he got a double play ball to end the inning. Then in the fifth inning, he threw like 4 pitches. Like the first 3 batters swung at the first pitch, so that got him that extra inning.
Yeah, I didn't think it was any chance in hell that I was getting that.
But he did have 4. He had 4 strikeouts in the first 3 innings, and then went cold for 2 innings.
Oh, they pinched hit. All right, so we've got Yunier Cano is coming on.
Oh, really?
Yep. Nolan Jones has decided to get a plate appearance. Another guy who hasn't lived up to his name at all.
I'm obsessed with not getting runners in from third with less than 2 outs.
So they brought in Nodrowinski Noel, their pure power guy, who's all or nothing guy.
Yeah, why wouldn't you bring in a contact guy here?
So,
well, I guess you're down a bunch of runs. I guess it's the easy answer. But
the other thing is, I don't know why you would have pinch hit Manzardo, because the greatest thing about Baltimore, just like the Yankee Stadium, it's not as short as Yankee Stadium, but they still have a very short right field porch. That's where you hit a home run. That's why you want a lefty there.
Cano's sinker is nasty.
He is, but he got roughed up the night before. Aiken's in the bullpen going. So then Nolan Jones is pinch hitting for Lane Thomas. So at least that's a positive from their perspective.
I think I'm a little bit behind you here.
Cano's basically just throwing right in the strike zone, and Nolan Jones is doing his best statue approach. Hasn't even got the bat off his shoulder yet. Ramirez trying to get him fired up here. Let's go. Please hit the ball. At
I have it 2 balls, 1 strike. What do you have it?
2-2. 3-2 no.
All right, let's walk this.
It's full count.
Oh.
Well, again, he hasn't lifted the bat over off his shoulder, so he is basically
he's thrown the same pitch 5 straight times.
Yeah, and he threw this one in the dirt. He does. Bases loaded. Bases
probably
loaded.
The same sinker, huh? All right, let's go. Let's get a double, clear the bases.
Yeah, here comes Martinez, is the guy who hit the ball into the gap last time that Heston Kurtz they caught. That would have gave us some runs early on. So he gets a chance to come up. All right, that's going to be it for. Is that going to be it for Cano?
Wow,
yeah, that's it. They're going to go right to Aiken.
Wow.
So
in a 5-1 game. In a 5-1 game, they're going to use another bullpen arm.
Huh. I still don't understand why baseball does that. I really don't. I just don't. I think the probability, if you just did the math, that one guy is not on is there. Now, granted, I mean, this guy just walked a guy, so I could see saying, okay, he doesn't have it, or you know him from there. But if a guy has a successful inning and doesn't throw a lot of pitches, if I'm the manager, 100% he's coming out the next inning. 100%. And I put another guy, and I kind of warm him up just in case if I have to. But, yeah, I'm not going to risk that, hey, my next guy is really not ready to go just because he has a name. Doesn't mean anything. All right. I took Monterey both to score. I took that with the small play, but nothing big. That's the only thing I saw in Mexico that I like. All right, so we got this guy Martinez, who I've never heard of in my life, up to bat. Let's see what's going on in the rest of the games. (6-1) Arizona, so that's going well. Washington trying to put some runs on there. 2 men on, 1 out. But they will gladly trade an out. White Sox are threatening again. 2 outs, 2 on. Still nothing in Boston and Tampa Bay. Runners at the corners.
Just with the A's. So hopefully the White Sox don't do anything. 2 outs, though.
The pitch is about a foot high. All right, we were 1 and 2 here. No, Tim, you're not. That's why I actually think the way to bet every series is going over 5.5. I don't see any series except for probably the OKC series, but we don't know who they're playing yet. Is probably going 5.5. I think the Lakers series is going 5.5. I think Houston's going 5.5. Clippers and Denver will probably go 5.5. But what you got to look at is ground ball play to the pitcher, double play. He dropped it. He dropped it at first. So they get the out at home, but he dropped it at first. No? I mean, this is going to be challenged. There's no way they called it out, but he dropped the ball.
Why? I mean, he nubbed it back to the pitcher, or he at least hit it hard?
He broke the bat. So it goes home. They throw to first. It hit the batter. The batter's running right down the line. There's no possible way he's out. I mean,
was he running in the grass?
No, he's right on the white. He's right on the white. He's as straight as you can.
Well, then no over. Did someone come around and score?
How? I mean, I gotta look at this again. I don't know how.
I mean, Sean, he was running in the grass for a long way.
Did he adjust? Okay,
so what? That's the end of the inning.
Yeah, that's it. It's double play to end the inning.
Well, that's a kick in the balls.
Yeah, that's a kick in the balls. Big one. Needed the runs. You get bases loaded. You take out a good hitter to put a power hitter. That power hitter strikes out.
So what? They announced, man. So why did they pull Manzardo out of the game?
They wanted to put Noel. Yeah, they went for a power guy with Noel to try to see if they can tie up the game.
But Manzardo has power.
He does, but he's not as much as Noel. All right, the Bulls have cut it to 18. They've started off on a little run here to start the game. This is their only hope. So what we missed here is a bunch of misses. Herter got fouled on a 3. He hit 3. A bunch of misses. Adebayo, a bunch of misses. Herter then got another 3. Bunch of misses. And that's it. So they've scored 6 points on Herter. Finally trying to get together. Gets to double digits now. And they've cut it to 18 with 9:41 to go. But right now the Heat haven't scored. So,
I'm holding plus 3.5 with the Guardians.
Yeah, I know.
How terrible is that?
That is terrible because you should have got at least a run there. And at that point, you're telling your contact hitter, just hit this deep. Don't care if it's caught. It's there. So Adebayo gets fouled, goes to the line, and he misses. Adebayo's got 11 and 8. Come on, Adebayo. At least give me this Bam double-double here. We need 2 more rebounds. Let's start to get some cashing. And we'll start looking at this Dallas Sacramento game a little more closer. I think we finally
more runs in Philadelphia. Is this the last game of the series for them? I mean, I just got to bet that over tomorrow, unless it's some aces.
Yeah,
there's so many runs.
They forget away day.
Yeah, that's true. Christopher Sanchez against Jordan Hicks.
All right. Bulls then go right back to their steady defense, which means a Bam Adebayo rim run. All right. We're going to kick it out here. Giddy's going to kick it out. We're going to go to Vucevic. Here's our best three-point shooter. Giddy inside, and he scores. Giddy showing, just trust me. I'm going to score 30 here.
He still doesn't have a jump shot, does he?
He's gone a little bit better. He started to hit some threes this year. He started at one point, we were betting him 2 threes every night because he was getting it. He was hitting 2 or 3. Yeah. So his shot's inconsistent. I mean, it's not a guy that we're like, hey, we're just going to give it to it. All right, so and Heat answered back. They started to curl-tail the run. Wiggins with 3. So Bulls are falling back into their no defense mode is the best play. All right. And just give it to their main man, Giddy, who right on time misses a 3. It was close, though. Like, they get the offensive rebound. And Herter can draw another foul on Tyler Hero going for the steal.
So the Pirates must have won that game unbelievably.
Yeah, they had 2 men on. You looked like they were going to get some points. Marcellus gets the point here. Keeps it there. We got 2-0 Detroit, 3-1 Montreal. Baseball. San Francisco's got 2 men on again. We're going to score some more runs here.
There's been runners on every inning, every base, every inning.
New Jersey.
I really like their I really like their lineup. It's not star heavy, but it's really the length is really good.
Oh, let's continue to shoot. Leave up wide open threes. That's the best defense. I mean, you're going to win a lot of games if you just keep giving the other team wide open threes.
Oh, I am holding White Sox or Red Sox money line. Okay.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Barely all right, but.
Marcellus with another basket. We're back down to 17. Now, if they can get this under 10 and get this to about 8 with 6 minutes to go in the 4th, we can have a chance. That was a good play by Marcellus. He just went up there and rim jammed it.
So here's for the chat, and all these guys know and they're smart, but this just tells you how bad the payouts are, the payoffs. I put $100 on the Red Sox money line, and they're offering me a payout of $110. And they're they're minus 280 favorite. So that just tells you those payouts are complete shit. I don't want to say never take them. O'Hearn just hit a home run. So you're giving me $10 on my 100, and they're a minus 280 favorite. Okay. A's out of the jam. Like to hear that, hook 'em.
Yeah, it'd be nice if we can get some runs. 6-1 Baltimore.
Yeah, that really hurt my plus 3.5.
Yep. So one more run for Baltimore. Ryan O'Hearn. And then Mullins doubled to left center. So at least let's see if I can get my over 8 here, or at least push the over 8.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely got a good chance. There's only one out.
Yeah. Mullins
All
is
right,
actually
well,
playing really, really nice.
I'll root you in there.
Here's an arm
more hits.
Here's an arm that people once thought was going to be a great pitcher. Tristan McKenzie.
What'd you say? What were you saying?
I said, here's an arm that people once thought was going to be a great pitcher. Tristan McKenzie.
Yeah. Well, he's not built to throw 200 innings. That's for sure.
You think? If he weighs $150, I'd be shocked. He is a skinny dude.
The Giants up to 9 runs. I'm going to take the under here at some point. It's 17.5. I guess that's still right.
At least the hockey players are looking pretty good, so both of them should come through. So
another gapper. Oh my God. It's going to clear the bases.
All right, the last 2 games. The last game is no. There's another game after this. Oh, we do have Edmonton tonight. So Edmonton playing the worst team in the league. All right, so let's discuss that, and let's discuss this Vancouver Canuck Vegas game. So Vegas is sitting everybody. Eichel's not playing. Stone's not playing. Petrangelo's not playing. Hannafin's not playing. Hurdle's playing, though. Barbashev's playing. Carlson's going. Vancouver's going without Demko and goalie. Peterson's not playing. Myers is not playing. So looks like Hughes is playing and DeBrusk is playing and Bowser's playing. So, okay, not as much as guys that I would like to have out. But let's go to this Edmonton game. Edmonton coming off getting their ass kicked. Now, they're getting their ass kicked, and we got a pass ball here, and Mullins gets the third. Edmonton will not play with Hymenator. They will not play with Draisaitl. They will not play with Starr, so it looks like
Fox, I'm going to order some Uber Eats. So
yeah, no problem. Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about Joe Ross, Big Scott. Oh yeah, Joe Ross. Yeah, Joe Ross. He's
So Edmonton's minus 225, but I think San Jose is the play here. Oh, there's a run. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. And there goes the over in Baltimore as it there.
Nice.
And they threw him out at second. Adley gets thrown out here. And we do have an injury here on the Indians guy. But there's a question on the out on second because right now he's safe. Hurstad comes with a nice hit here. And that's all you need. Contact right through the middle. And there's the over in Baltimore. Yeah, we'll take that. Yeah, I've been sitting 10 guys that they're not even releasing, showing other guys. Because I'm like, okay, notice somebody, Connor McDavid. Wow. RotoWire needs to really write a fix there. Because right now, Connor McDavid's listed as your left defenseman. And that's what I was trying to find to see if he was going to play. So McDavid looks like he will play. So this is not as much of an Edmonton lineup as there. Skinner's also supposed to play this game too. Just an FYI. To get ready for the playoffs. So this is not as a shoe-in as the other games with McDavid playing. So Arias gets cleated. That's where his injury to his is. He gets the studs right in the foot. And quite frankly, Hurstad still hasn't touched the base, and the shoe is in there. So I guess they're going to get him for blocking? Because you're no longer allowed to block?
What, the plate?
No, you can't block the bag anymore. So he had his foot right in front of the bag at second, and the guy slid in and slid right into his foot. I mean, his cleat was literally stuck in the guy's foot for other shoe. So when he moved, the other guy's foot moved too. So, but it's that stupid rule that they created a couple of years ago where you just can't block the plate anymore or block the base. And we almost have another pass ball. That was a great catch by the catcher who double caught it. Okay, I'm going to hockey. That's what I'm trying to go to. I was literally trying to figure out what I was doing. All right, so Hymenator's not going to play. Skinner is going to play. Samsonov will not play, so I'll play Skinner tonight. Yeah, they're sitting guys, but there's a lot of guys playing tonight. And it's a pass ball. McKenzie hits the backstop. So that'll move him to third. So when the Orioles win, they win big. When they lose big. All right, the Bulls have it down to 15. All right, at least I got my over. I'm happy with that. Let's see if I won't get my Cleveland team total, but we'll go 1-1, and I'll be fine with that. Bam Adebayo, we're still waiting for 2 rebounds. 16-7 for Giddey. So he's kicking ass right now. So Kobe White is starting to feel it. He's hit that big shot here. Yella needs one more run, he's saying, in the D-backs game. Whoever J. Ross is on the Phillies need to be fired. It's actually 11 runs.
Fuck is going on? Joe Ross. Yeah.
Yeah, they're sitting Hyman and they're sitting Frederick, Nurse, and Draisaitl. It's not as bad as the previous games where they sat McDavid and Corey Perry, but all those guys are playing now. So McDavid's going, Arvidsson's going, Nugent Hopkins is going. There's a lot of firepower that's going for Oilers. I'm going to stay off that. All right, so the Bulls have basically come out and they've won the quarter 16-7. They cut 9 points off the lead. Gets it down to 15. Again, if they can get this down to 10 going into the fourth quarter, we could have an actual game here. Should have took the 16.5.
You have to bear with me. I may have to walk down and get my food. I hit enter and it said that I'm at the wrong address. Unbelievable.
9-1 Orioles.
What a nightmare.
Giants got 11-4. Yankees take the lead 4-3. We're into the 8th. Come on, A's. Need you to get going here. I would like another goal in this Montreal game. Who's our goalies? Let's see whose goalies we got playing for. It's like Kevin Lankinen, Aiden Hill is expected to go, but not guaranteed yet for the Knights. I will discuss the later game here in probably about 10 minutes. Tim Lincecum? Tim, you're now naming baseball players? Remember, the whole bit was basketball. Tim Lincecum has never laced it up to play basketball. So, but Tim Lincecum was great. I mean, he was about, 5'10", 152 pounds. It was amazing what he could do pitching, but you knew it was never going to be long term. Not with that delivery. That's the craziest thing. We sit there and we watch a sport that the only best way to actually pitch the ball is actually the worst thing you can do for your body. It's only a matter of time that something has an issue. All right, come on, Bulls, play defense. Giving up a Davian Mitchell 6-foot uncontested shot is not defense. Just want to let you guys know on that right now. Then you're going to come back out. Kobe White's going to try to drill another 3 again, and he's going to miss.
This cannot be my order.
Bulls, think high percentage. This is not high percentage. Yes, let Bam Adebayo shoot threes. That's a great defensive formation. Kobe White 0 for 2. At least they get the ball back. Highsmith erases Kobe White's layup. White thought he had it. Highsmith says, "Get it out of here." Bam with the steal. Bam with the dunk. What a terrible pass. Dalen Terry, there's a reason you don't play. So the Bulls have cut it to 17, so they decided to go with Patrick Williams, Kobe White, Vucevic, Dalen Terry, and Bucelis.
Sorry, Sean, I got to take care of this.
It's perfect. It's perfect. Yeah, he definitely left it all out there. But you guys can't get it down to 15 and then just put out a lineup that can't score. And if you are, you need to just go down to Vucevic and let him work because there's nobody else. Hitting Kobe White shoots for threes when Vucevic is on the other outside the paint is just a very dumb shot. There you go. Get it back down to 17. Now play defense. Pat Riley and Alonzo Mourning look completely asleep. Alonzo looks like he's trying to hold his head up. Oh, there's Gerardo. So you're taking Cortero and Atlas over 2. I took both teams to score in Club America. Bertarami's not playing tonight because of red card. I still think they have enough scores to at least be able to get one. Damian Mitchell, oh, nice. Come on, get the steal. You're going to call a loose ball foul. Pulse is kind of hilarious. Let me see what over 2. What's over 2? So it's 12 minutes into the game. Yeah. All right. So you agree with me that both should score. Over 1.5 is minus 220. Okay. So you're taking over 2. Okay. So I'd have to go to DraftKings. Bam didn't take the 3. Oh, and they throw it away. There you go. There was an semblance of defense there, Bulls. You allowed the Heat to make a mistake. That was a good play. All right, now you need to get this back down to 15. Let's go. Come on. And that's not the way you do it. This quarter sucks for the over, by the way. There's been 29 points scored in 9 minutes. Bulls can't score. Heat can't score. Giddy with the block. Get Dalen Terry off the floor. He is terrible.
What a nightmare.
The Bulls bench still has 4 points. I mean, you're not going to win.
What? They still have 4 points?
It's 23-4. Each guy got 2. So 2 of the 4 got 2, and that's it.
So the bench has played basically a full game with 4 points?
No, they haven't played
40 minutes?
Full game. Yeah.
I mean, altogether, they've played 30 minutes. So 30 minutes of the floor, they've scored 4 points. All right. That is wild.
See, that's going to be the question in the whole Minnesota game. Is Luka going to get these little touch fouls? And if he doesn't get those little touch fouls, it's going to be different. Okay.
All right, I got to switch from this Cleveland game, apparently. That's a loss.
So Giddy is now Vucevic got his double-double. So we need 3 more rebounds from Giddy. He's got 18 and 7. They've got it back down to 15, but this is where they need to work this down from 15. 4 points, a professional team. Yep. They got 4 more points than me and you. Bam with the rebound, and he's fouled. That's what they can't do. Bam with 9. We need 1 more rebound to get the Bam double-double.
There's 11. One run in this Boston-Tampa game in the 9th. That's unbelievable.
Well, what we needed to do is Tampa to tie it up, and then we go to extras, and extras, everything's back open because extras is where unders go to die. Athletics score tied it up 1-1.
All right, let's go.
We got a runner on second, 1 out. All right, here we go to steal. Let's go, Giddy. Kobe White need this 3, and it rims out. Needed that 3. And they come back and answer, cut it back to 17. Who else? Tyler Hero.
Sean, you like Wingstop?
Yeah, they're nice. I mean, I don't get them all the time. I mean, I probably get them maybe once a year, but yeah.
Buy one, get one free chicken sandwich combo. Buy one, get one free. $10.99. I got 2 combos coming.
Oh, nice.
Can't
I don't think I've
that.
ever had a chicken sandwich from them. They are called Wingstop.
Yeah, the sandwiches are good. 2 French fries, 2 chicken sandwiches, and 2 drinks for $11.
So there's a place I go to for chicken in Philadelphia. Let me see what the name of this place is. And I wonder if they had them in Pittsburgh. Let me pull it up 1 second here.
All right. I'm going to get back here on track. Is there anything live we can hit?
We're going to break down the next game pretty shortly. So
yeah, I'll look at the 10 o'clock games here real quick too.
Yeah.
Okay, we're down to 2 outs. Bottom of the 9th in Tampa. I'm holding Boston, so I like that.
Do you have a chicken stop in Philly?
Chicken stop.
Yeah.
Stop?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. Chicken stop, right? Chicken. It's in downtown Philly or it's Independence Hall.
I mean, we have the wing stop.
No, hold on 1 second. I think it's.
I know not of this place you speak.
You do not know of this place that I speak. Okay.
5-3 in Cincinnati. Mariners holding on. Let's see. Okay, so what do we got coming up? The A's tied it up, and they still got first and second with 1 out. Let's add on Jordan Leisure in the game already.
Oh, do you have 11 honey? That's what it's called.
No. I mean, remember, I'm Pittsburgh, but still.
I know. I mean, it's still PA. It's got a chance.
Got a chance.
For the same state.
All right. The Rays close it out, or the Red Sox close it out, so I'll take that. Give that one to the chat. But I also gave plus 3.5 to the chat on the Tribe. So we're even there. All right, so now what game? We'll watch Oakland game. Picking up my order. Okay.
So I assume you're at least paying for the free delivery thing, so you're not just getting an exorbitant number of fees.
Well, I pay the $10 a month.
Correct.
Which,
yeah. So, yeah.
But
money. Yeah.
But this order will still cost $20 because they have like a $3 whatever, and then I'll tip them like $5 or $6.
I go completely nuts when I see that. And that was the first thing that I had, like my son and his girlfriend. They're like, "Oh, we're on a doorstop." I was like, "You guys have nothing to do. get off your ass, get in your car, and go get it. You're not paying an extra $11 to get.
I'm with you, dude. I'm with you. And now I'm just like, fuck it. I'm like, I just pay for it to be delivered. It was the principle for like 2 years. I'm like, I'm not paying $10 to get this. And literally the wing stop is, I mean, I can see it almost. It's right there.
So Baltimore wins 9-1. Boston wins 1-0.
All right, Gio.
We got a runner on third. San Francisco's about to add some more.
Gio in the gap, clear the bases. Let's go.
Miami has took their 20-point lead and 15-point lead and cut it back to 20. Yeah, I don't think
he got a triple on that. Slow old man.
18-7-4 for Giddy.
Let's go, hook him.
Vucevic. Hero's got 31. Adebayo did one more double.
Nice, Tim. Dan Herron. Good one. They had the two main big ones we're forgetting about. Zito. They had the righty.
Was that Mulder?
Mulder was the other lefty, and the righty was the best of the three, right? Who?
Yeah, Tim, whatever his name.
Tim Hudson. That's it.
Tim Hudson, yeah.
I don't know why I just blanked there.
Was that the Moneyball team? Oh, good steal by Taylor Horton Tucker. He may increase to there. Giddy gets it back, and he scores.
What is it, like 15?
16. But they've got to go in a halftime at 15 and take 6 minutes and see if they can get it down to 5. Come on, Giddy, get this rebound. It does. Good job, Giddy. Don't let it go out of bounds. Grab the rebound. Make a play. Let's get this down. Gets it down to 14. There you go. You finally got it down past the 15 mark. 6 seconds ago, you end the quarter at 14. Who gets it? Taylor Horton Tucker. You can't stop it. He gives the bench 6 points on the night with the fade away as the shot clock goes out from like 25 feet.
I'm going to have to chase this Uber Eats driver down the road. It's going to be bad. Bad look at 9:30 at night.
Matt, do you like the Dodgers over tonight? All right, so Giddy gets his rebound. That gives Giddy 8 rebounds. We need 2 more. He's got 28 and 4. We're not totally dead yet. We need 6 points more on the PRA. We need 2 for the double-double. Vucevic has already got his double-double. Bam, we need 1 more rebound on his double. We need 5 more points. Hero's got 31. Mitchell's got 8. Talked about the 9.5 looks pretty good. So we'll see. So let's discuss the game, late game. Gun to my head, my worry is I really want Dallas. You want to go first? Okay.
Well, I was just going to answer Rob. Dude, I don't know. I answer with I don't know. Go ahead, Sean. I'm gonna mess with it a little bit more.
Red Wings get a third goal, 3-0. So with teams resting, everyone, like I said, averages 4.5 goals. We'll see where it goes. All right, so AD is officially in. Not a big shocker that AD is going to play this game. Offensively, Kings can score. Kings been on a little bit of a roll offensively. Defensively is the issue. And the Mavs' whole thing is going to be built on defense. I think the Mavs stay within 5.5. I personally, and this is my one thought of this because I've been on the Mavs so much, I personally want them to win the game. I have some hedges just in case they don't cover, but I fully expect them to be in this game. The play I do like, I'll put in the chat, is Gafford over 8.5 points. I think he's on the floor enough to be able to get that. I like him to be able to actually get way more than that. Actually, I like him to get 12 or 13 tonight. Keegan Murray which I need to add to the chat. I like Keegan Murray to get 5.5 rebounds. I think he's got to come ready to play today. He generally does very well at home. So I like that number that we're getting on Keegan Murray. I also love to hear Keegan Murray. It's probably one of the coolest things during the game that you'll hear this game is every time he hits a three, all the crowds kind of do the Keegan Murray thing. So small thing, but I do like that, and he generally plays very well at home. DeMar DeRozan's going to have a very good game. Is he going to score as many of those? Is Levine going to score as many as that? I think Derek Lively and Gafford are going to make it extremely difficult for Sabonis. I was kind of looking at some of the rebounds props now that I finally got everybody out there. I think AD has a game. But to ask him to score 25 points, he's only done it twice on this Mavs team. But it is the playoffs. He did it versus Atlanta, and he did it versus the Clippers in a game that he really had to go out there and go after it. But the play I love with AD is AD over 4.5 assists. When he has had to play a game, he has assisted the ball very, very nicely. He is going to have Sabonis. I expect him to see some double teams tonight. He's an exceptional passer. He's going to have kick out for 3-point shooters. That is kind of their whole spiel. Khalil Ware, you got to get that. Come on, Jalen Smith. Sticks, you finally got in the game. You got to keep Khalil Ware off the offensive rebound. You can't give that up. You got the miss that you needed, and then you let Ware get 2 chances at it. And Giddey for 3. And it's a 13-point game.
Let's go. So here's what sorry about that. Here's what I did, Yella, Rob. It's not what your question was, but I did the Dodgers money line with the Rockies over 1.5 runs is what I did. So it's sort of uncorrelated. That's why it didn't kill me on juice. But Dodgers money line, Rockies over 1.5 runs is what I did. Minus 114.
The crowd is starting to get in the game. You could hear it in Chicago. As another turnover for the Heat, can they take advantage of it? That is the question. And the answer is no. Missed shot.
Sean, how late are you staying on?
I'm going to go a little bit into the Dallas game. I didn't go. We got off last time first, and then they gave up a 3.
Okay.
You can't give up a 3. Davion Mitchell gets his 9.5. Comes through, but the Bulls do answer back. Talon Horton-Tucker saying, give me these bench points. He hits it from downtown. I mean, watching Talon Horton-Tucker shoot 3 is like watching Charles Barkley. Get it ready. Get the puppies ready. Get the 265 pounds underneath and take the shot.
I mean, he's got to put on 20 pounds since he's a rookie.
Giddey to Kobe White. Can Kobe White come through again? No, just like the other 4 times he's come through. He has missed the 3 when they needed a shot. 13-point game. Slow-mo gets some minutes now.
Derek Anderson, I'm assuming?
Yes. Kyle Anderson.
Kyle Anderson, yeah.
Yes.
I mean, that dude is in slow motion, but somehow has been a good player in the league.
Well, I mean, he was a 6'8" point guard in college, so he does have tremendous size. He's very agile. He's a tremendous passer. He goes after the rebounds, not in slow motion. So, all right, here we go. He gets fouled round, and Baselis goes way up in the air, and he fouls Hero, but they call a kick out of the feet, and Hero is livid. He wants a review.
So what? That they call that on the offensive player now as a foul?
Yeah. Yeah, he kicked out his foot.
Good. Can you imagine Reggie Miller playing today with his kick out legs?
Yeah, I mean, it's a really unorthodox 3 that he hits. So, I mean, this would be big is you take away the 3 and you put a foul on Hero. Not that he's in foul trouble, but
no.
you at least got to try to have. So Heat are going to review this. It's a 13-point game. Fox, I'm sweating a 3-leg parlay that will pay over 8 units. The only remaining leg is Wings -1.5. Nice. Good job. Hey, you look pretty good there. Wings are up 3-0. Carolina scored. It's 3-2. There's 5 minutes to go in the hockey game. You're not dead. Carolina could get 2 more goals. It's not good for a -1.5, but yeah. Athletics are taking the lead, 3-1.
Yeah, that was like an hour ago.
Asshole.
But the White Sox just get a triple. 2 outs, though. So we're looking good there.
Yep. So I'm trying to get – the guy I really want to get on this thing is DeMar DeRozan. I think he's the guy who comes to play. I do think PG Washington's going to go guard him. That's kind of there. Everyone looks at it, oh, he hasn't hit his numbers lately, but those games didn't matter. Didn't do it against Denver, didn't go to get Clippers, so but should have more minutes on the floor. I just know I can't get the 23.5.
Rob, you still don't really have any books in Bama? What's
No.
up, Razor?
Bob has to drive to Pensacola to go do the Hard Rock.
Yeah.
Wink, wink. That's what he does.
What you got tonight for us, Razor? Last time you were in, you gave us a winner.
Shout out to everyone. What's up, fellas? What up, Razor?
If you guys, Razor's good at everything, but especially horse racing. So if any of you guys like horse racing, definitely follow. I mean, follow him anyway. But
yeah, I'm trying to find. Does anybody know a book that I can get a Derby pick already in? I want to get at these odds now. I know I used to be able to do offshore. You could go in and you could pick out and you get the fixed odds. But yeah, I want to get it before he wins the next race. So,
8 units. That's a nice night, Mel. Hopefully that comes in for you.
Yeah, well, I mean, the Wings are up 3-0, so she's got a very good chance here, and the other team doesn't care. So, Heat +1. Okay, well, you're looking good with that. Like I said, I side total. I had no idea on this game. Thought the Bulls would come to play. Maybe they come to play and we finally get a game in the fourth quarter. I just think this line is too small. I'm going to take Derek Lively for a half unit over 5.5 points.
Let's go. Let's get some bets in.
Yeah, we're waiting for this review and what they're going to do. And
Are we still reviewing the Tyler Hero play?
Yeah, we're still reviewing that. We went the break on that. I think the Bulls won it, so it's called kick out, so it's no 3. But then Giddey misses a little runner here. Got to get Giddey. Come on,
I hear
Giddey.
you, Mel. I've had a lot of those.
13. We need to get this down to 10. They need to get this down to have a chance to get this down to at least 8 or 6 by the 6-minute mark. Especially as how inconsistent that they're shooting from 3. They've done a much better job not trying to take threes. Yeah, let's stop giving Tyler Hero wide open looks from the top of the key and an offensive rebound. Come on, you're playing good defense and you can't sit there and just foul. Giddey picks up a foul. Damn it.
Oakland starts with a leadoff single in the top of the 8th. Looking good there, 3-1.
We're still waiting for Bam Adebayo to get 1 more rebound. We're still waiting for Giddey to get 2 more rebounds. We're up to 35 on the PRA. We're right there. Giddey keeps missing some shots.
Oh yeah, 100% Razor. That's an open invite.
Yeah, the more the merrier. I mean, there's always different things to talk from. So, Hero at the free throw line is basic guaranteed 2 points. So back up to 15. And I mean, that's what the Heat got to do is just keep this and never give them a chance to get this down. And another good defense blocks Kobe White's shot. Man, Kobe White and Giddey have each had their shot blocked multiple times tonight by guards. Mitchell just all over Kobe White. Shot clock violation.
Brent Rooker's up, not hitting his weight this year. It's generally an issue.
No, he's not. He's sitting on my fantasy team, but he's sitting on my bench. I haven't pulled the trigger to add him to the starting line. It's been all or nothing. And
terrible at that there.
Yep. It's been a lot of nothings.
I mean, he hasn't even hit the long ball, right? I mean, does he just have a couple? 3?
I think he has 2.
Yeah.
Oh, Mitchell with a gorgeous little floater on Giddey. And we're back up to 17. Danger time here for the Bulls. Yeah, Baselis do not come and just take a wide open quick 3. That's not the shot. Vucevic works, turns, spins, gets Calera turned around, and he picks him up. So I don't know what the world they're doing. I'm going to take another bet. Gafford points and rebounds over 13.5.
So what's your play in like the late game, just like on the spread and the side?
I like Dallas plus the 5.5.
Okay. Or I'm sorry, the total in the side. What do you think about the total?
Total, I like over.
So plus 5.5, and then the over. What does that pay in a parlay here? Let's see. Be a degenerate.
I mean, Davion Mitchell is showing he's just an absolute stud at sometimes, and the guy who deserved to get more minutes. No idea why Toronto just gave up on him. 1-0 Atlas. Finally, we get a goal in that game. Okay, we'll take that. Been a long time waiting for a goal. Yep.
238. If someone wants that parlay at FanDuel, you can get plus 6, by the way, at FanDuel for anyone that's looking to bet that 1 minus 110.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a pretty interesting game. Again, I thought this was going to be a pretty interesting game, and we got absolutely nothing in this game. And we've got some moments where the Bulls look like make it a game, and then again, a very smart, experienced Heat's team goes out and gets fouled.
Fox, I got to go chase the Uber driver up and down the road.
All right, best of luck. Montreal scores. We're up minus 1.5 right now, 4-2. 2 minutes to go. We've got empty netters. So 4-2 Montreal. 99-82 in this game. Red Wings are up by 3. 9 minutes to go. That looks pretty good. Nashville kicking the ass out of Dallas, 5-1. Athletics up 3-1. Texas up 3-1. Dodgers getting ready to kick off here in 20 minutes. We're going to have the late game kicking off. Yep. Heat are playing like an experienced team that's been there before. Every time the Bulls make a run, they find a way to just get fouled or get some points. Hero's got 35. Big night for Hero tonight. Big night for Josh Giddey, too. We need him to continue and get this going on. But defensively, the Heat played really nice defensively. The Heat has shot 50% from the floor. Not a great defense at all from the Bulls. Kind of been Achilles' heel. They've shot 41% from 3. The Bulls shot 33% from 3, 42% from the field. If you look at the free throw percentages, it's 15-13 on the on the actual fouls. Free throws, the Bulls have actually shot more with 3 more free throws. So, but it's not too much. 14-17, not a major disparity. But the big difference is from 3. You've got a couple more threes on the Miami. You've got a couple more inside baskets. 9. Shit, Devils got a power play. That's what Mel's worried about. Mel, you're up by 3. You need to cover 2, right? Okay, 9 minutes to go. 33 seconds to go in Montreal. Let's see if we can bring this 1.5 home and start this Montreal-Detroit double that we had. So we will take it if we can get that home. 25 seconds to go. Do you believe in miracles? Yeah. Yep. So, yeah, I'm interested to see how this game plays. I'm interested to see how Gafford and Lively play with AD. What the Mavs cannot do is try to get this really in a track meet, which I think what the Kings are going to try to do as best as they can. Try to make them run up and down the floor with them. But they must shoot at a high percentage. Mavs whole Colin Card is playing D. Not too much different than this Heat team. It's an 18-point game again. We're at 7 minutes. We talked about getting this under 10. Doesn't look like that's going to be the option at the 6-minute mark. Looks like we're at best. They've only got it under 15 once. Don't think it's really going to be any bigger than that. Another mess. At least they get an offensive rebound. Giddey for 3. Oh, misses it. Giddey, he can't say it. The Bulls look a little rejected here. And I think it's starting to sink in. They know 1, 2, 3 Cancun is happening. They've been one of the hottest teams second half of the season, and their season's coming to an end. The Devils score, making it 3-1. And Montreal wins 4-2. Cash the 1.5. And we just need Detroit wins to cash the parlay at plus 192. So we'll see. But I think overall, from a Bulls perspective, you've got to be pretty happy. You made the playoffs. Bucelis looks like a nice pick. Looks like he's going to be a better player as it goes on. Now, trying to take on the entire Heat team by himself is not a wise move. And it goes back up to 20. We're still waiting for Adebayo to get 1 damn rebound, and we're waiting for Giddey to get 2 damn rebounds. So he's been quiet. Hero scores again, 37 points, and they call timeout. And I wonder if the coach is going to let the other guys play. I hope not, but it's the issue with Kevin Huerter. Is the defensive side, the lack of athleticism. Ring the bell, put the board. Mel saying, I need the 1.5. She needs that for 9 units. There's a lot of time left. It's 3-1. She wants the 9 minutes. I can't cue the Fox's 80s music due to our cease and desist letters we have received from the music industry not to play those. So I can just go ring, 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 ring. Ring the bell. I have to come up with something. I'll get a bell or some sort sound effect that will be uncovered. I could play the what time is it, because I know for 100% that's not copyrighted. Yeah, so Yellow got the puck line at plus 185. So we got the 172. I lost the minus 2.5. I went for the glory as well, but that was only a quarter unit loss. So I still end up about 1 4 from that. I get the Baltimore over. I missed the Indians one. So yeah. So Matt gave the Habs last night. That was a good move. I gave the Habs with the Red Wings on the money line at plus 192. We got less than 7 minutes to go on that. I'm interested to see who comes out on the floor here. All right, still in. Giddy still in. There we go. Kick out to Vucevic. They went back to Taylor Horton Tucker. That was the answer. And Tucker kicks out to Giddy. And Giddy with the floater, and he misses. That's the Giddy. Oh, okay. Hero tries to save it. He hits underneath the backboard. Giddy's working out his wrist for whatever reason. He's 8 of 19. He needs to be better. Though White is 5 of 19. He needs to be a whole lot better. Matt gets his Habs to make the playoffs 3-1. Glad you get hit at that. That's good. I lose my Columbus play, but again, very small at 55-1. Not really worried about that. Celis up top gets it out to Vucevic. Can we get a basket? It's been a long time since the Bulls have scored, and the answer to that is no. But we can't get a Bam Adebayo rebound. We need a Bam Adebayo rebound. He's stuck on 15.
What's up, Matt?
Wiggins draws the 4th foul on Giddy.
Sean, I'm going to stay on with you till the end of the game.
Okay. They're an absolute lock to make the Eastern Conference Final. They're one of the teams I like to have a short series, whether it's the Heat, which I would probably kind of bet that it will be, because I like the Heat in the next game over the Hawks. Because the Hawks aren't going to play better defense than the Bulls played here, and the Heat are going to play defense against the Hawks. I'm interested to see what the line will be. Wiggins misses both free throws. Vucevic, another rebound. Can the Bulls score? It's been forever since they have. And Vucevic for 3, and the answer to that is no. And the Heat go out and they hit another 3. So Bulls are just trying to see how much they would like to lose this game by. It's been a long time since they scored. This is your issue with, we talked about going into the games. I liked all the overs. Right now we've got 1 over and 1 under, 2 unders now. Horton Tucker gets fouled, gets to the line. At least he's going to try to get some points on the board here. He's finally figured out if you don't score, no, they're going to call it on Tucker. Okay. So he doesn't get any points. It is a 23-point game with 4 minutes to go.
Lots of people from our original chat in here.
Yeah, there is. Did Giddy get that rebound? Yeah, Giddy got the rebound. Okay, that's 9. That's good. Another miss 3. Hey, they get it down to 21. Celis miss. There it goes. Vucevic gets the tip in. 36 for Giddy. 1 more rebound for a double. Bam Adebayo. We've been waiting for 8 minutes to get 1 rebound. Bam's going to shoot a 3. Come on, get the long rebound. And Giddy will get his rebound. And that should be Giddy should have his double-double. And he does. We're at 37. Please do not hook us and pull everybody off. Kobe Wyatt misses the 3. Giddy seems to be the only one out there trying to play any defense right now, which he's not very good at. The rest of the Bulls are kind of standing around. There we go. Ding, 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 ding. Josh Giddey gets 25 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists. What that means is 39 PRA. Cash the Giddey PRA. We'll take that. Let's go. 37.5 half. The Giddey double comes through. Now we just need AD to get 10 rebounds. It's down to
Hey, Sean, why is there no music, Mr. 3287 Strikes?
We're not, well, I can play this.
Don't play that.
I can play that because that's 100% not copyrighted because there's a reason.
How about us getting an email from YouTube that says you have 87 copyright strikes?
I don't know where that came from.
You had nothing to do with that one, huh?
I'm sure I had probably half of those, but I don't think it's just me. So, I mean, I don't think it's all me. So, Adebayo gets their double-double. There we go. 15 and 11. Adebayo double comes through. So Giddy gets his double. Adebayo gets his double. Hero gets 38 points. Giddy gets the PRA. All right. We've got sun and rainbows again, and the Bulls are down 23 points.
It's all right, Mel. We got it.
Yep, we got it. I give up. Oh, did they score? Oh, they did. Right. Oh, shit. No, she's saying Detroit, her 9-unit thing, she needs to win by a goal and a half. So she needs an empty netter here. All right, chat. We need to root on for Mel to get her empty netter. So if you're not on Detroit -1.5, get on Detroit -1.5. We need some good mojo here. It's a 3-2 game. She needs -1.5 for an 8 to 9 unit win here. There's less than 3 minutes to go. The game means nothing to New Jersey. We need good vibes here. Yep, good vibes. So
we need good vibes in Chicago too.
Just like the Bulls are thinking good vibes here. They're already thinking of 1-2-3 Cancun. They have good vibes in their mind. It's gonna be good vibration sitting on the beach. So
I meant for the White Sox.
Isn't it 3-1 still? Are we rooting for the White Sox?
Yeah, bases loaded, 2 outs.
Oh, shoot. Well, I'm trying to get on the Red Wings thing. Is this goal being reviewed? That or FanDuel just decided that you just can't bet this game. Which they have been doing on a lot of things lately, so I wouldn't be shocked. So I'm going to go to DraftKings. Zach LaVine come out and have a big game tonight. It's 3-2 plus what 800. Are they not giving you the puck line? No, they're not giving you the puck line. You can bet next face-off and next face-off winning team. All right, no puck line bet. They're going to let you go. It's 3-2. Will the Devils pull their goalie? Because they really probably don't want to go to Anaheim. So puck line is -1.5 plus 112. Plus 118 now. 2 minutes to go. All right. Gerardo says he's got it right now. It's coming in here. I'll put a small bet on it. I'm already on it earlier. Oh, I can't play it now. Now it's off the board.
Yeah, Tim, they can play some defense. They got to be the meanest team too, right, Sean? The Pistons, they're a mean team, tough team.
Yeah. Yeah, they are. I question how much scoring they have. I mean, it's going to be Malik Beasley, Jalen Duren, Cunningham. 4-2. We got it. 4-2. Red Wings take the lead. 4-2. 2 minutes to go. Mel, you're still alive. The Bulls are down 29. No, the Bulls are down 19. Sorry. So the over is going to have no chance in hell because Chicago decided to go on hiatus. Kick out to Bucelis for 3. And nope, they're going to call foul before the shot. Live is -2.5 right now for the Red Wings. Plus 112.
Oh, shit. Leclerc against Lubob. With the game on the line.
All right, I'm going to switch to that real quick. It's not Ferguson? Did they take Ferguson out?
What are you talking about?
In the A's game. I thought that's what you were talking
about. Are you ahead of me or behind me or what?
I was just looking at the one score. Yeah, they're done for the inning.
3-1 still?
Yes.
Let's go.
All right, so we got less than 2 to go. 2-1, 4-2. Detroit Red Wings trying to bring us home here. So I don't think James Wood did anything today, did he?
He had a hit in the first inning.
Yeah, then did absolutely nothing after that.
Well, Bailey Falter. I mean, what are you going to do against that guy?
Yeah, I mean, it's just tremendous. The guy you're just really worried about. Trevor Story moves up in the lineup, and he goes out there and puts on a nothing show. Caminero, another guy, gets a first hit in the first inning and then puts on a nothing. That's a good thing I hit some of these hockey plays.
Andy he in like the 8th inning, he took him to the wall.
Yep.
He almost hit one out.
He's got unbelievable power. All right.
He does.
We got a minute to go. A minute to go.
Mel's gone 0 dark 30.
So are you just waiting for Bubba Chandler to get called up? Is that what you're doing on a daily basis?
I mean, does it matter?
What matters, you gotta get something to try to tell Skeens to stick around.
So not only that, so Bubba Chandler will come up and Jared Jones is on the DL.
Yeah, but Jones isn't really expected to come up till like mid-June or really the beginning of July. All right, we got the Mavs-Kings game. The Bulls game is over. They managed to figure out how to win by 19 points. Remember, the line was 1. Remember, yesterday's games, this was the smallest line of all the teams, and the books might have actually probably, I think, worked out probably really well because, again, the line moved in the opposite way before the game started. So I'd envision they did really, really well this game.
Yes, Matt, we are rooting against the White Sox.
We're rooting against the White Sox. Yep.
I have them as the worst record in baseball at the end of the year.
50 seconds to go and less.
God, the A's just keep breaking. Sean, how good is High C orange soda?
It's good. I wouldn't say it's like great. It's like unbelievable. Like I'm not
really. What would you rate it out of 10?
Am I soda ranked? It's going to be more towards lower in the bottom than you expect. I do like a soda, but I don't try to drink many orange sodas because it's not good for your teeth.
We can no longer be friends, by the way.
Okay, no problem. I do right now. Right now, I was drinking Wesley Farms Cola. They do have an orange soda as well, and that personally tastes fine to me too. I don't really put the High C that much higher. I do put the IBC root beer as the king of all sodas, if you want to call it a soda.
The king of all sodas, number 1 on your list.
Now, if you want to get into sodas, you don't understand because I literally had a sub shop that has the Guinness Book of World Records for most number of soda offerings in a store. That was his whole He had 567. Look it up, Subs and Such in Tampa. I was drinking. Now, I know I'm going to get ridiculed for this. I was drinking a soda that I absolutely love. Like, one of my favorite sodas is Jolt. One of my second favorite sodas is a soda called Afri-Cola.
All right, hold on. Let's back up. You said your favorite soda is Jolt?
Yes. So here's a couple things. Let me set the thing. So I have ADHD. If you couldn't figure that out, it's shocking. So when I get a lot of sugar and get a lot of sugar high, I get very excited. I that's just the one thing I have. So I sometimes crave sugar. which is not great for your teeth. You're a dentist. I've learned as I got older, not the way to go. I suddenly got into this whole thing where since I gone to BJ's, I'm starting to buy a whole lot more soda, which isn't great for me. But I brush my teeth more than I did as a kid. So, but like my wife knows one of my favorite other sodas in my top 5 is a soda that just by the name alone, it has one of the coolest bottles you've ever seen in a soda. And that soda, and I'm going to share it with you.
I'm waiting.
I'm showing to you because I'm going to have it because the chat is going to absolutely kill me in a second. So one of my favorite sodas is a soda called Balls.
Let me see it. I gotta pull it up.
It's on the chat.
Wait,
I put it right there. I'm sharing the screen.
Balls with a W, huh?
Yes. So all these sodas, Africola, Balls. Africola has a really cool bottle. So again, he would have all these kind of sodas, and we would, and this is before the days of the internet and stuff like that. I mean, we're talking like the 90s here, where it's hard to kind of get different things. So like Durania and different things of that nature. There. So Africola has this really cool that you'd have.
Wait. Do you put ketchup on your steak?
Where's this going?
Well, no, I just saw a well done steak with ketchup ? And I know it's not me, so it's got to be you.
It is for me. Yes, I'm a big ketchup connoisseur.
Okay, so your favorite drink is Balls, and you put ketchup on steak.
No, my favorite drink was Jolt. So both of those things have twice the amount of caffeine as coffee. So Guarana, so Jolt has, and that's why they kind of stopped there. It was really bad for kids. But my wife will find it and she'll get it and she'll buy me Jolt and it'll sit there and say, now Balls is actually not made with sugar. It's made before any of the drink stuff they do with shakes, stuff like that is a plant root called guarana, which you can buy now as a supplement. In Balls, which is a very active ingredient for metabolism, burn, and energy wise. It tastes kind of like a sweet ginger ale type deal, but it's actually very good and it's different. But I absolutely love it, and it's hard to find. I mean, you can get it on the internet. You can go to Amazon. They'll sell all that stuff now. But back in those days, it was that. But he'd have things like birch beer. Like you've seen this, birch beer, cherry wine, all the old classic Coca-Colas from the 1970s he would carry and then sell. So when we go in there and get a sub, now he also had a true sub. You got a 16-inch sub, and that was made from scratch with fresh meat and for about $6-7. And then you bought we always tried to buy a different soda that we hadn't had before. So so when you ask me like what sodas I drink, my wife knows there's probably not a soda that I've never had. Because when we went in there, we would literally just try to buy a sub every single time that was different. So
nice, Mel. What was
so
that?
I can look at the chat now, and I know the chat is going to be killing me.
No, little balls in your mouth. Other than that, that's about
it. Correct, but I knew that I was going to get heated up with that. Drinks are on me, boys. Yep, good job, Mel. Glad you hit your bet. We tried to push you through there to get your advantage there. So the line is out for the Heat-Hawks game.
What is going on? Gerardo has in his top couple Squirt and Canada Dry.
I've had Squirt.
I'm like offended.
Canada Dry is not anything I meant. So like There was a time, it was really brief for about a year, that I was really into New York seltzers. I can't stand them now anymore. There you go, Rod. Thanks. Buy Sean some balls. There you go. I appreciate it. Yeah. So there's a lot of different sodas that I like. Right now, I drink IBC, and Mountain Dew are probably my top two ones that I like to drink.
Dude, I have to tell you something that I never thought would happen in my life. Because I always drank Coke, Pepsi, Mountain Dew. Like 2 years ago, I said, I'm going to have a Diet Coke or a Diet Mountain Dew. And I haven't turned back. And now when I have a regular like Mountain Dew, it tastes like shit. So if you don't want that sugar, dude, I'm telling you to switch.
Well, I'm telling you, the Heat are plus 1.5. And somehow the Hawks are favored.
Did you just ignore me?
I know I heard you exactly said. I don't want that sugar. Yes, I know it's bad. Trust me. I have spent plenty of money for the dentist. I've never had really good teeth or a really good foundation with family-wise, with bad history of teeth. So I try to limit sugar as much as I can. For that reason, I kind of go with juice. I drink a lot of juice. So,
well, that's terrible. That's just as bad.
I discovered that, and I try to drink some water. But Sarah, it's different though. When I go down to visit my parents in Florida, my wife jokes around. She's like, "You drink beer all the time when you're down there, and you never drink beer in the house." I'm like, "Well, one, I'd be the only one drinking in the house, and then two, yeah, I go down there with my dad, and I can only go to the." I said the difference is I can go to the supermarket and I can pick up a 6-pack, and I can pick up a 12-pack. Versus here, I got to go to a separate liquor store. And I'm never probably doing that unless I'm having people over.
Yep. What's up, Stenberg? I haven't seen you in a minute.
Steinberg, if you haven't noticed, I have a very, very high metabolism. So I'm close to half a century now. And in that time frame, for the last 34 years, I have weighed within 10 pounds of what I weighed at 16.
Wow. I'm within 60 pounds. I graduated at 195. I'm 255.
Okay. So
that's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I picked up some weight. My wife will tell me I picked up some weight, but I still get weighed, and I weighed right around 165, 167 in high school, and I'm right at 175, 178. I haven't hit the 180 mark, and when I do, I'll probably cry. But yeah, but we'll see. I'm expecting this game to be pretty good. I'm going to stay on a little bit better just into this game. You're welcome to drop if you want to a little bit. Chat's still running there. Sure.
Yeah, let me see if there's. Yep. Let's see if there's anything baseball wise here, and then I'll probably get out of here.
Dodgers. It's the Dodgers. Unless there's anything you want to talk about tomorrow, we've got nothing but early games because it's getaway day.
Yeah. Let me take a quick look at those, and then I'll bounce out of here.
Yeah, we got 4 early getaway day games, including the Athletics. With Sears picking up there. You got Trevor Williams versus Andrew. And Andrew Heaney has been pitching really, really well. We got the strikeouts last time. I'm probably going to go to the well again versus the Washington Nationals team that is striking out a ton. So, yep. As long as I don't have to pay a premium for it.
Yeah, and I think the Pirates probably get to Trevor Williams. Now, get to him for the Pirates may mean 3 runs, but that could be a first 5 team total.
Yeah, that's very interesting. Sorry, Jeff Stenberg is killing me on this one.
I know. Honey, I shrunk the keg.
All right. That was a good one, Jeff. Definitely.
Stenberg's the funniest. I'm sure they played Tampa. Well, I think they already played Tampa, though, this year. For a second series, I think. The dollhouse is waiting. All right. I don't know if I've ever been to that one, although it's been so long since I've been to Ybor City. I mean, basically, Ybor City is the stripper capital of the world, isn't it? Strip club capital.
Tampa in general is. If I recall, the Dollhouse is not in Ybor City.
I just assumed that every strip club was in Ybor.
No, it's so Mons Venus is the most hallowed and popular one, which is right there in the middle of it's about 3 blocks from Tampa Stadium where the Bucks play. And then the Dollhouse is down on West Shore, which is downtown Tampa. So there are others as well that are there. But yeah, those are probably the 2 famous ones. There's another newer one there that someone was talking about on one of their shows or whatever. So, yep.
Sean, like the Chamber of Commerce for strip clubs.
I have not, because I've never been to any of these at all. So I knew as soon as I said that. But I did live in Tampa for many years. So I am familiar with Tampa and go down again still twice a year. So yeah. Well, Mons Venus is no alcohol because it's a ton of 18-year-olds. So
full nude, no booze. Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah. It's an 8. You turn 18. That's when everybody goes to Mons.
I didn't think full nude was legal in the United States. It may be state by state, apparently.
It's state by state. There's a place in Gainesville that's full nude and serves breakfast and food.
It's the weirdest thing ever. You're eating your scrambled eggs. Some chick's ass is in your face.
I will actually say that one I've been to. My buddy came back from the Navy and he's like, let's head down. Let's go. We were headed to go someplace. And he's like, I'm stopping. And I was like, well, you're driving. And it's like, I'm hungry. It was the only place to eat. So we stopped in a Jeff Sember will know it. I stopped in a place on the way to Gainesville. That's right off the side of 75.
So 2 funny things here. Fox, quite knowledgeable for never going, and Jeff met Jeff Passan at the Dollhouse. That's funny. Like, if you're him and you're like a celebrity-ish, why are you going to strip club? Everyone's got a cell phone. Like, I guess if you're single, it doesn't matter. If you're, I don't know.
You talk about all the athletes go to them.
Yeah, but I guess.
They're good. PJ Williams. There we go. He looks excited. I like the look on it that he has on his face. Oh, what's his prop at? Let's go.
They don't serve balls there? That's funny. Oh, like Jeff, I guess that's a little bit more credible for him than I guess.
Oh, there we go.
Then he's just hanging out there looking at TNA.
Play some defense. Clay for 3. And he misses badly.
All right, Fox, I'm out of here.
All right, take it easy. Yep.
All right, Chad. Have a good night.
Chad, I'll get a state of the first quarter here. We'll see how this game turns out here. So, AD on the glass. Let's go. We need 10 rebounds. Let's get there, AD. 11-7. I like the way Dallas has come out to play here. Good energy. Clay looks like he's running around. He's getting open. Not hitting shots, but he's getting open. Nice. There's just hockey assist there for AD. Doesn't count, but we'll take it. And they're up 11-7. Nothing. It's not. There's nothing socially wrong with it. I mean, there's some morally things that I probably have some issues with it, but yeah, we've all been there at times. So 11-7 game. PJ kick out. Another one wide open shot. Nice. Marshall back-to-back threes. 14-7. Let's go. Yeah, Rob, thanks for coming. Appreciate you coming. Like I said, I'm not going to stick around too much longer, but I wanted to see this Mavs game, kind of see what other people kind of had some thoughts here. So I'm not just looking there. I know one guy, one of the biggest bets, a guy put down 50 grand for Naj Marshall not to get 12.5 points tonight because he hasn't been doing it lately. And he's like, oh, he's not going to be there. Marshall's got 9 points in the first quarter. It's not looking good for his 50 grand. But yeah. But I do like right now the energy level you're seeing on this Mavs team. I think them versus the Grizzlies would be very, very interesting because the Grizzlies have the size that the Kings don't have. I mean, the Kings going to have to play this up in town. Look at AD inside. And you're going to go goaltender. It's 15-7. Let's go. Oh, all right, we got 162. So recap, Bam didn't get his points, but he got his double. Gafford, we're waiting for him to get his next spot. Giddy got his over 37 PRA, but he didn't get his rebound assist. He did get his double. We need AD to get his rebounds. Big three here for the Kings. Zach LaVine, try their Habs came through with -1.5, plus 172. They didn't give us the -2.5, but that was a small play. We didn't get the overs in the last three. So we're looking at this game. Should be a pretty good game. We'll see how this game goes. I expect the Kings to be able to play. It's going to be really questions. How's Dallas going to be able to score? Good offensive rebound there by Keegan Murray. We need 6. I think he has a pretty big game here. It's going to be Clay versus Zach LaVine. Good play there. Push down, throw it down to AD inside, double team, and DeRozan knocks it out of bounds. And we're going to go to our first timeout. So, other than that, why we got a break? What's everybody on? What are we sweating here? Going down the stretch here. I'm sweating a soccer play. I need Atlas to get 2 goals. Right now they only got 1, but we've got 40 minutes, so we're not dead on that at all. We're sweating Gafford 6 ways from Sunday. I've got a alt play on Lively to get 6 rebounds. We talked about the Mavs. Let's go. I need the Dodgers to come home. They're losing 1-0. They get out of the first. Dodgers will close 2 parlays. Athletics will close a parlay. They're up 3-1. PJ to get 10 points will close a parlay. Red Wings ended up winning that game 5-2. So they ended up getting another goal as well. So they actually covered the -2.5. So there, I need the Athletics to cover -1.5. We got 4 rebounds from AD early, so that's really good. We only need 10 to get our parlay cashed. Part of me really is kind of hoping for Nico so he can get a little vindication here if the Mavs can actually make the playoffs here. AD's live rebounds is 14.5. Yeah, thanks for the Habs. Habs was a good win for me. Definitely there. So, I mean, I got that more wins than Sunday. We got the money line with Detroit. We got the -1.5. We lose the -2.5. But Detroit, we get the money line to close out the parlay. We get the -1.5. I got a -2.5 on that as well. So all those things are nice to see. I'm very interested to see how this game goes here. I'm shocked that the Hawks are favored here. I'm looking at that game hard. So we talked about the baseball games. Williams and the Heaney over 3.5 is probably not a bad look as Matt brought up. So we got BB and Sagana. That's a pretty decent matchup. It's going to be very interesting to see Todd Bradley versus the Yankees. I've been rolling with his K prop at 5.5 and 6.5. Bradley's a tremendous swing and miss pitcher. And I think this Yankees lineup is going to be kind of interesting for him. It might be a little bit tough for him, but if we can get a 5.5 on that tomorrow, I'm probably definitely going to post on that. We have hockey. So here's Mel. I'm going to ask you the question. So does Columbus ride out the streak? Do they go through and just say, "Hey, we missed it by 1," and do they go real out there and try to win tomorrow? That's the question I have. Because we know Detroit might also be a pretty good look tomorrow as well, because Toronto's going to sit everybody. Yeah. Oh, they're playing? That's yeah, Eichel was dead. Yeah, day-to-day, Hanflin and Pietrangelo, all those guys are playing yet. Carlson's playing. Barbashev, it turned out to be out. Hurdle. So basically everybody we thought that was out except for Mark Stone is going to play, and everybody we thought was in is going to go out. Barbashev, Hurdle, and Brandon Saad are all going to sit, and Mark Stone will join them, but Eichel will play. Carlson, who we thought was going to be in, will play. Shea Theodore will play. Pietrangelo will play. So, yeah. But I think I still think you're missing enough people. You've got a younger goalie that's playing for the Vancouver tonight. So I definitely would go with the Knights. What is the number you can get on Knights? That's on TNT, right? I didn't realize Lanigan played that many games. I really don't play that many people on Vancouver, so I couldn't tell you. I mean, yeah. Still wonder if those guys are still going to give it their all. I mean, versus kind of playing and kind of just making sure, just trying to keep your energy level up and your pace up versus going out there and really trying to get a win. All right, we got 2 outs with the A's and White Sox. We'll finish the first quarter, and then I'm going to get out of here. Yeah, I mean, that's one way to look at it. Again, I just wonder if this is more of a thing just to make sure they keep their fitness level up than to actually go out there and try to win. All right, 3-1 A's, 2 outs, bottom of the 9th. The landlord has finally come in. That's what I was waiting for it to happen. 17-14. At least we're finally going to get one game that is going to be maybe competitive. And we'll see what the landlord's ready to do. So, no scoring inside. AD versus Sabonis. Sabonis goes to AD goes to the fadeaway for no apparent reason. DeRozan versus Caleb Martin, because remember, he just wanted defensive players. Yeah. All right, let's see what happens. Big 3 there by Trey Lyles. Trey Lyles is so underrated. All he does is come in and produce. Good outside shooter, good size. Can defend. Dante Exum sighting. When's the last game he's played? Okay, so he played on 4/11, but before that he was out for 15 games. Okay, so he played at the end of the year. Didn't realize that. Got a cup of coffee at the end of the year. Kings take the lead, 20-19. So it's going to be, can they hit the 3? Big 3 by DeRozan, who's not known for the 3-point shot. Landlord inside, and they foul him. Throws and picks it up. Landlord is a terrible first round shot. Fox, do you want the Mel best bet of the first round? Sure. Give me the Mel best bet of the first round for hockey. I couldn't even tell you who's matching up versus who. Once my fantasy league is done, I'll get into hockey there, but I kind of been full board into the NBA playoffs here. But I couldn't tell you. I know the Caps are number 1 in the East. And I kind of know who's good, but I don't know who's matching up. So shout out to Peja Stojakovic. There you go. The late, great Peja Stojakovic. I also want to remind everybody, if you have NBA, what's it called? The NBA plan where you watch all the games. Right now, I'm going blank. I don't know why I'm doing that, but I am. NBA League Pass. Keep in mind, you have to cancel that, or they will continue to charge you, even though you're not getting any extra games with it, because they say they give you extra content and articles. So, yeah, that's worth $30 a month. Yep. Thank you, Matt. Yeah. He's stuck in the 2000s. I mean, there's nothing wrong with Peja Stojakovic. I mean, you haven't named Brian Scalabrine yet. We haven't got him to Wally Zerbiak. The great Jonas Yasikavicius. Yeah, you have a free year, but the year is basically gets ready to go up, and then you have to there. So just make sure you're aware of that, because just like the WNBA, even though the season's done, they will still keep charging you a month. They're cool for it. If they charge you, you just go and cancel. But you can cancel right on the app and then charge again there. If you have it free, just let it go through. Oh, man, he went to White Mamba. Yep. All right. AD, the amount of very, very poor post passing in the NBA is hilarious. That's the biggest thing. Like, if they played the 80s teams, those guys threw it into the post so much better than this generation. So you would basically, like, those guys would be getting layups so much because they would just have to clear out. All right, the Kings are on fire from 3. It's 25-23. AD got his own offensive rebound, so AD already has 4 rebounds right now. I guess they took a rebound away because he already had 4 the last time we looked. DeRozan has 9 points. It's 25-23. Good game. So bet it now. So her play is promised to tell Holden Vegas to win game 1 and the series at plus 100. Okay. That's not bad. So let me, I want to look at the playoff bracket. So let's look at the playoff bracket. All right. So we got Winnipeg and St. Louis. I'm going to go Winnipeg there. We got Dallas and Colorado. That's going to be a good series. Typically, that series is later in the playoffs. Vegas and Minnesota. Okay, like Vegas. I mean, Minnesota got the first wild card. They've also played all these extra games. They had to play last night a 1 in overtime to be able to get in. Yeah, I mean, he is, but you got to think that Bulls team thought they were done. They traded everybody else. They really didn't think they were going to compete. Then they went on that magic run for a month and a half where they were one of the best teams in basketball. So there, you've got the Kings in Edmonton. I like Edmonton to advance there. As long as Skinner's healthy, that should help. He hasn't been great this year, though. Toronto and Ottawa, I'll take Toronto. It's amazing that the Lightning and the Panthers are going to match off in the first round. Washington's going to beat Montreal. Carolina and New Jersey should be a very good series. Interesting. So is Toronto once again going to who's the President's Club? Is that Washington? Because whoever is the President's Club winner in hockey is to avoid. So we get the A's. The A's come through 3-1. I say that because who's ever the best team in hockey always falls apart in the playoffs. So the Maple Leafs, Capitals had 111 points. I thought they were the Jets are 114. All right, so the Jets play St. Louis, the second wild card. Yeah, I can't fade them. Yeah. Too bad he wasn't still in OKC. Yeah, I mean, I questioned why that team was doing so bad at the beginning of the year. Chris Mims. Who's the Chris that Kim Kardashian dated? Chris something. 6'10" power forward. Chris Humphreys? Was that his name? Chad Humphreys? Yeah. I questioned how the Bulls were doing at the beginning of the year openly because I said, you look at the roster, they should be a lot better than what they are. And it was amazing that they actually kind of went on that run when they finally got rid of a lot of people. So, but I still like Zach LaVine. I still think he's a one-way player, though. He only plays offense, doesn't really play defense. And the jury's out. We'll see how he does in this next stage. So Devin Carter made the 3. I mean, when Devin Carter's making shots, that's not good for the Mavs. It's 25-23. Mavs have the ball here. Less than 2 minutes to go. Pretty low-scoring quarter for a first quarter. Really no foul trouble to kind of worry about from the Kings, but they have a pretty good depth. So kind of shocked Brandon Williams is playing in this game with everybody back. PJ inside to who else? Gafford. Oh, it's in and out. And they're going to call for a foul on Jonas Valanciunas. Chris Humphreys. Okay, thank you. I thought it was Chris Humphreys, but it was a weird one with a K. So Gafford going to the line, trying to get this ridiculous 7.5 that they gave him. He's going for his 4th foul. He's made 3 free throws. He's not a great free throw shooter. 71% shooter versus the Kings, but so far he's not to jinx him. He's made 3 out of 3. He's going for his 4th. All right, Nico, you've got to be going, okay, we got to win this game. Come on, guys, do this for Nico. That's the real thing. So, yeah, of course, I jinxed him and he misses his 4th. So 3 points for Gafford. Almost halfway there. We will take that to go through. Got less than a minute to go. It's a 1-point game. See, I don't. You put Brandon Williams on the floor. Brandon Williams is a guy that you bring in when you just want to, like, everyone else is sitting for the night. Let's go ahead and play him. Why isn't Dinwiddie playing? Is he hurt? I didn't think there was anybody that was out for this game for Dallas. Like, why didn't you go to Dinwiddie? Experienced guy, decent outside shot. It's been there before. Instead, you go to Brandon Williams, and I don't know why. I mean, Dinwiddie played 36 minutes the last game, so there. And of course, as soon as I badmouth Brandon Williams, he comes back and he puts a 3 in their eye. So, 27-27. He basically says, "You don't know anything. Shut up." So, we'll see. Caleb Martin. Doing what Caleb Martin does. Man, he's scrappy. He's a guy that's very good for winning basketball. PJ for 3 doesn't go. It looks like the Kings may win the first quarter. We're going to go Keegan Murray. All right, there goes Brandon Williams and getting back to being Brandon Williams things. Jonas Valanciunas sends that shot away. You got 20 seconds to go in this game. All right, so we've won some bets. We've lost some bets. Hopefully you're up on the night. We've got some bets here on this game. So far, it's a good game. The first game, it's actually a good game after one. So we'll see how it goes. Next week we'll be on. We'll look at the schedule, try to figure out what time matter. We got the NFL draft on Thursday. I will not be on. I will be at a draft party. So, but I think there'll be some guys on. But I don't think the books are going to let you bet on Thursday. I think they're going to close everything down by the time the draft starts. So I guess you're on to watch baseball or basketball or something like that. Yep. That line is moved in many places. Tell Holden. Okay. I will let Holden know. So I will chat him right now. Aren't you on our Discord? I mean, you can always be in Discord and then just chat, friend him and chat with him. Mel says Vegas game 1, Vegas to win series. Plus 100. See, I have chatted him. I have let him know. So you are officially off the hook. We'll see what happens here. See if you get on his good side or his bad side. I gotta see if I can go find a series price on that. So, is this available in DraftKings? East playoffs, West playoffs. Game 1 series parlay. All right, it's minus 110 on FanDuel. So I will take it, Mel. We'll see how it goes. So other than that, everybody, see you next week. Yeah, I'm aware. I take it in basketball all the time. Yep. Holden didn't reply to your DM. Okay, I'll let him know. Okay, but like I said, I told him. So best of luck, everyone, for the rest of your night with your bets. I am out of here. Remember to nuke the house. NASCAR is back for a free week with the nukethehouse.com. See us. Other than that, we'll see you guys on next week. Or watch the NASCAR show this weekend on Sirius or any of the other shows that are available on this channel. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye.